And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and how the fuck are you?
I'm okay. Yeah. Just refreshing the screen to make sure that I actually like mute the thing, because I have the YouTube open on the side so I can comment, but I have to make sure it's muted, right, so I'm not listening to the delay.
Yeah, I always turn my phone volume all the way down and go on my phone, and that way I'm just on a different device and everything. And
yeah, I just turn off the volume.
Yeah, that
on
rocks.
The video.
That works.
But
so, hi everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming tonight. I really appreciate you. If you guys want in, let me know. I'll throw you a link out there. I got enough mods that if some asshole comes in, you can get rid of him for me. So I'll throw the link in the chat if everybody wants to come in.
Come hang out with us. It's a fun time.
Yeah, man.
I'm having a med school margarita today.
Yeah. Which
and by that I mean it's Monster and tequila all together.
Med school margarita. Fucking love
because
it.
You have a redneck marg is Mountain Dew and tequila, right? So this is like a med school one because it's Monster and tequila.
There you go. Hey, whatever works, man. You do you. You know.
I'm just trying to not have anxiety over my test on Friday, so we're hanging out here, distracting myself.
I haven't. Hi, Sandy. Greyheart, how the fuck are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you around. Hi, Marie. Who else is up there?
All the kidneys in your Twitch chat.
Cool. And Ollie and Catnip. Whoever's around still.
It's hard to read the emote that I put in the Twitch chat. It's very small. It says Nephromancer.
I knew it.
And it's got kidneys with wizard hats on them.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, that's great. That's fucking great. I love it, man. All hail the kidneys. I told my son, I said, man, something happens when I get older. I'm coming to you. And he said, I got you, Mom. I got you. And I was like, all right, buddy, because I'm telling you, like, yeah, there's only so many people in the family I can bug, and one of them's you. So.
Greyheart, come in. I don't know who you are, but come in. Come hang out with us.
Here, let me give you a link, buddy. Hold on.
Marie's got gloves in the chat. Snappy gloves.
Snappy gloves. What's it say? Oh, Ben's gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I think we should make you an intro. I do. I think we should make you an intro for your snappy glove. Little short snippet, like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, I can do that for my
ready for
only
snappy.
gloves.
Yeah. Get ready for the
because
snap.
I have an intro for my other stuff now. I'm just waiting to debut it because my videos are released on a schedule right now, so I'm still going through the videos that don't have the intro yet because I didn't want to re-edit all of those. But I think the ones next week will start having my intro on them.
Sweet, man.
So
good deal. Yeah, did you notice with my root and branch intro that I redid it?
Oh, I did. I think I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think it sounds better now. I put a little more heart into it, and I did a little louder, so the music's a little more faint in the background. So, Sandy, got a good night's rest last night for the first time in a month, and I enjoyed the last hangout, but I'm staying over here. All right. I appreciate you, Sandy. Thanks for coming around. It was nice talking to you last night. Next time you're in the basement and you feel like talking, let me know. I want to see your progress. Because last time I saw it, you were just finishing caning it, so I don't know I haven't seen anything since then.
Yeah, we had some intense discussions yesterday, and it's always like, why is it always at the very end of the stream that the discussions get so intense? Like, we need to have the intense discussions at the beginning so we have enough time to like really talk through it.
Right.
But
no, it's true, man. We got into some deep shit, and I was like, dude, it's like fucking 11:30. I gotta get to bed.
Yeah, I was like, I can't process this, and like we're all trying to get out of here. Like, we gotta have the discussion start early on, so we have because no one wants to hear us talk about bullshit. Like, they want to hear that. Speaking of bullshit,
no. Speaking of good conversations, I'll send Mikey and Christian a link. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If they want to
Send
come
one to
back
Jonathan
in
too. I don't know what Jonathan's doing right now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Jenny will be here in a little bit.
Ooh, Jenny. Yes.
I know. I love Jenny. I sent Purple and Jenny. I sent out.
Did you send one to Phoebe?
I think I put it in her Phoebe's private hole or whatever. And then that we're in.
Okay.
And speaking of which, there's Jenny having a salad.
Hey,
Jenny.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Oh, we're live. Okay, I almost said something inappropriate.
I mean, this is a
When
B
do we ever
stream.
keep this appropriate?
This is not grade A. This is grade B. It's okay to say.
Even as far as we go, there are sometimes things that are just a bridge too far. The privacy is the concern. So, anyways, hi guys.
Hi, sunshine. What's new and
Hello.
improved with you?
I don't know. I'm enjoying my salad.
Oh, rock on. Rock on.
It's gas station chef salad with blue cheese dressing.
Sounds good.
I was just telling them that. Oh, look, Jenny will be here in a minute, and there you popped up. It's pretty much
the trans
perfect
takeover.
Right. Word.
I need more tequila for my Monster. I keep pouring the rest of my Monster in this, but then I don't taste the tequila as much. I need more tequila.
Look, Jenny, he called it a med school margarita. It's Monster with tequila.
Yep.
I gotta study. I gotta test in 2 days. Oh, we're not talking about that. We're not gonna talk.
Tequila
It's
is
fine.
a therapeutic drug.
Yeah, it's because I keep freaking out when I shouldn't be freaking out, and I'm not working tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a study day, so I'm drinking tonight.
Nice.
That's what's happening.
Hi, Ox. How you doing, buddy?
Ox.
Glad to see you here too.
Hey, Ox.
Good to see you guys. And then when I say at the end of every one of these that I appreciate you guys, I really do mean it, everybody. I love all you guys, and I appreciate the time you take out of your days to be here and bullshit with us and have fun in the chat. And so it means a lot to me. But enough of that mushy shit. Let's talk about how B got up an hour early today.
No, can I tell
made
Ox
my
something?
coffee, set it in my holder, smelled it all the way to the lab, and got my labs done so I can start tea this week.
So Ox, it's a redneck margarita is Mountain Dew and tequila. This is Monster and tequila.
Yeah, no, it's a med school margarita. Anything that's an energy drink mixed with tequila is a med school margarita.
Yeah, the rednecks have the Mountain Dew though, that's probably better actually. Like the taste profile is probably better.
I know, right? I'm so excited about it.
Isn't there a red Mountain Dew now?
There's always
been Mountain Dew Red. Yeah. It's called Code Red. They've had that for
Ox is saying that any soda is a redneck marg.
Oh, yeah, but energy drinks aren't soda.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
No, it's a whole different category.
Yeah.
That's why at the store, they have it in a different category.
That's our next debate, Ox. We're going to have a debate, a very serious debate over what defines a redneck margarita.
Look, I didn't even know a redneck margarita had tequila in it, so I thought for sure they'd put either moonshine or some fucking nasty ass mash whiskey or something, or I don't know.
I just like these fun, stupid debates that don't matter.
Oh, they're the best
it's
ones.
Fun. It's fun to debate about things that will affect nobody's lives in any way.
Right?
It's just fun to argue about it.
Yes, it's soda, not pop. When we were growing up, speaking of that, here's a fun story. Where I grew up, everybody called it a Coke. They would literally do this. Hey, man, I'm going to the store. You want anything? Yeah, man, grab me a Coke. What kind do you want? Pepsi. I was like, then that's not Coke. And they were like, what? And I was like, never mind. But they literally called every soda was a Coke.
It's a soda. I call it a soda.
Yeah, but it was a Coke. It was always a Coke. What kind you
Jenny,
want?
What
Orange?
do you call it?
Soda.
Soda. Yep.
Oh, that's what it is. It says on it, soda. There's no pop anywhere listed on that. Any of those labels.
There's soda, ginger ale, and root beer.
So Dave, tell me what the ingredients are in that. I love Fireball.
Fireball's delicious.
Fireball and margarita into and tequila into a margarita mix. Yeah, sody pop. I've heard that before too, Ox. The South.
I say sody pop when I'm trying to be funny. Yeah, I like the way it sounds.
Sody pop.
That was a lovely salad.
Jenny being all girly with her salad.
That was a lovely. We had salad today at work, and there was some left, and I said, "Okay, who's taking the leftovers so I can clean this stuff up?" Because we all take turns like doing dishes and stuff, and everybody, like Michelle made the whole salad, so I was like, I'll wash all the dishes because she like chopped it all up and made it for us and everything and shared it with everybody. And we all like threw food in, vegetables or whatever, dressing and stuff. So I was like, who's going to eat the salad? And they were like, I don't know. And I said, well, I'll throw it in a bag and take it home. If you guys don't want it, I'll eat it later. So I'm on a diet anyway. So they were like, take it. And I was like, great. Now I don't have to make my dinner.
Yeah,
so like,
I like
we're
salad. I like salad,
Yeah,
but I love to remind trans women about how girly they are.
We appreciate it.
I just got to give you the reminder that you're super girly. So.
I fucked up. Hi, Judy.
There's nothing structured about it except for the fasting intervals. And so what I've been doing is just smaller portions, fewer meals, smaller meals. And all of a sudden I realized a couple of days ago, I'm eating nothing but girly food. salads and yogurt.
I'm acting like a girl on a date.
So I guess I'm fucked. No more meat.
Right. First of all, Ox, I would like to say I love hush puppies and fried pickles. Second of all, I want to know, are they the slice kind or the wedges? That is very important in a fried pickle. Just saying.
Ooh, is this around the horn? Which one?
Yes. Yeah, we'll do a quick around the horn. Ben, since you were the first one here, which do you prefer? Wedges of pickles fried or slices of pickles fried?
If it's fried, I like wedges.
Really?
Is that the wrong answer?
No, not necessarily. There is no wrong answer. It's an opinion poll.
I feel like your answer is like by default because you said it matters. So I was like, oh, does B have opinions, like really strong opinions on what the right answer is?
I do about certain food. It's true. What about you, Jenny? Do you like the slices or the wedges?
I've never had fried pickles, and so I don't even want to think about trying those.
Oh, don't eat them. They're bad for you. They're horribly bad for you. Don't eat them, but they're so good.
For standard pickles, it depends on what you're trying to do. If you want to just eat a pickle, well, I like the wedges. If you want to put pickles on a sandwich or something, then the slices make more sense. But what really matters is the pickle itself. And if it's not Milwaukee brand pickles, it's not a pickle.
Well, first of all, they're always some kind of like kosher dill kind of crunchy, crispy, vinegary pickle is what they always use. HS just jumped in. HS, fried pickles. You slice? Are you a slice kind of lady or are you a wedge lady? Or person? Whatever.
I feel like some things ought not to be fried. So
have you tried it?
No, I have not.
Oh my God, there's
fried zucchini. I've tried that.
When I was so good. I was with my ex and we lived in Ohio and they didn't really have fried pickles anywhere. And the places that did, well, there were some places that did, but they weren't very good. They were too greasy. They did them wrong. The batter wasn't as good or whatever. So I had tried them and I was like, I tried like a bite of one and I was like, those are fucking gross. I said, I'm never eating those. Or no, I looked at them. I'm sorry. I looked at them and said, those are fucking gross. I'm never eating those. And she was like, wait till we go to Indiana. So we went to Indiana where she used to live. We dropped off her daughter for a couple of weeks with her best friend. She wanted to go visit her. And when we left, she was like, come on, we're going to go get some real fried pickles now. She goes, I know the spot. And it was just like little mom and pop sub kind of shop. And they did just all these like comfort food stuff, anything that they had. And there was either subs or comfort food. So she ordered some fried pickles from there. And oh my God, she made me eat one and I fucking loved them. And for like a year and a half, I was like, I am not eating that nasty shit. And then I had one. And now anytime I go to order something and I'm ready for some junk food and there's fried pickles on the menu.
How are they cooked? I mean, fried like in a pan or deep fried?
They batter them.
Oh, okay.
They batter them like you would, what's something comparable? You know how they do like the fried vegetables and they batter them in that. And some places use like a flour batter. Some use a cornmeal batter. I prefer the cornmeal batter. It's way better.
Is it crunchier?
Crispier, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's crispy on the outside, but it's not like, because they cook them so fast, it's not like extremely greasy in the middle or anything. Slices are a little more greasy than the wedges, but I like the slices because you get more batter.
I like the wedges because you get more pickle for the batter.
See, I want the batter though. I want the batter too.
Yeah, I like stronger pickle taste with just a little bit of batter taste.
The question is still, how can they fry those things when they're so wet and juicy on the inside?
Oh, they'll fry just fine. I mean, you got like, they're putting in grease that's like fry grease hot, like to do fries in, literally.
They fry
also
ice
fried
cream
Twinkies.
over here. Like
fried Twinkies
fry
are delicious.
Well, you know, when you have the temperature just right, and I know this because I used to make donuts for a living when I was like 20. It was one of my jobs. I had a whole bunch of jobs in Florida. One of them, I got up and I went to work at 3 a.m. and I worked from 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. and I made donuts. And the chef baker dude did like all the croissants and everything, and he made the yeast donuts and laid them out, and he baked them and or he'd proof them. I'd fry them. I'd decorate them, and then I did all the cake donuts, and he'd mix up the batter for me, and I'd just make all the donuts, you know. And let me tell you, when you drop that dough in there, so there's a canister, and the bottom of it is shaped like a donut. So you squeeze it, and you do like a 1.5 and let go, and it'll drop just enough dough out, and it lands in there, and you're thinking that's going to go everywhere. It does not. It just doesn't. It's so hot, it instantly like seals the outsides of it, and instantly, you know, crunches the outside of them. But it was fun. I actually liked work. It was a hot fucking job, but it was actually fun because we had certain donuts we had to make every day, and then we'd have so many left over. And he did it intentionally, and he'd say, "Okay, you know, my 4th or 5th day there, after I got the idea of how to do everything, and I was like doing shit by myself, he was like, okay, you get to decorate all these extras every day." And I said, "Okay, how you want them decorated?" He's like, "You can do anything you want with them." And I was like, "What?" So I started playing with like different toppings with different icings inside and all that shit. It was fun. I got to be a little creative. So
that sounds like a fun job.
It didn't pay very good, but it was a lot of fun. And one of the girl that did the cake decorating was gone one day, and they were like, "Oh, somebody." It was like a Saturday, and she was off that day, and they said, "Oh, we need this cake decorated really quick." They ordered it, and nobody ever wrote the name on it. And I was like, I've never done that before. So I did it, and it actually wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't good, but
but it wasn't terrible.
But it wasn't too bad. Like I said, "I'm sorry, that's the best. Like, is that okay, or do you want me to take it off and I could try again?" She goes, "You know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that." She said, "It's not fancy, but it's good. It's neat." She said, "I'm fine with it," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, as long as it's not my handwriting, we're fine.
Oh God,
but it's different. It's actually a little different when you use the icing thing to write with, and the key to it is be like bubbly when you do the letters.
Yeah, it would probably be even worse than my handwriting because
you're
it's
a doctor.
Different
Nobody's gonna fucking read that shit. Never mind.
Yeah, like no one let me near anything that needs to be handwritten. It just don't.
My doctor's handwriting looks like an elementary school teacher. It's perfect. It's absolutely the way those green.
Mine.
You watch him. That's not a good doctor. No, I'm kidding.
Mine looks like an elementary school student.
Yeah.
Mine's really bad. What's weird is I can draw okay, but I can't handwrite worth the life of me. And the harder I try, I swear, the worse it gets. I'm just like, I give up. I'm gonna just print and hope nobody notices.
See, I always wondered why I didn't have like girly handwriting. Like all the girls like had girly handwriting. I'm like, why do I write like a dude? And now I understand why I write like a dude because I am a dude.
Me too. My handwriting is so horrible because I was born left-handed and they made me write with my right hand. So now I can write with both of my both hands. My handwriting's horrible.
I used
and it's different too. You can't tell it's the same. I actually got in trouble in school for switching hands during an essay. They thought someone else wrote half the essay for me.
Back in the 80s,
my hand was sore. I'm a pencil squeezer. I squeeze pens and pencils. I don't know why. I've just always done that. I can't make my hand relax. So my hand would cramp up and I get a cramp right there in my thumb and I go, fucking, I'd switch and I'd write with my left hand for a little bit and then I go back to my right. So I almost got in trouble. But my handwriting's always been horrible with both hands. So I write all in capitals because it's just easier to read. It's just like if you get a ticket, here's a fun fact. If you get a ticket and they did not write the entire ticket out in all capitals, that ticket is void. They cannot charge you for it. It legally has to be done. Huh?
Baloney.
No, it's true.
Citation.
Now, I don't know if it's every state, but I've been in several
state.
I've been in a lot of states. It's the state police, not local police. The state police have to write in all capitals in almost every single state.
When you said baloney, I just had a flashback to Kent Hovind because he says that word all the time. That's just a bunch of baloney in debate.
That's a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of malarkey.
I'm sorry. Bullshit.
There you go. Thank you, Jenny. Be honest with me. Don't pull punches. Don't pull punches.
Yeah, the baloney triggered me, but that's bullshit. It's fine.
When I was in school, especially when I was in high school, people always said that I had girly handwriting, and teachers and students, and well, now I know why too.
It's true, Junie. Luckily, where I work, I do notes for myself, to talk to people, or I need to do this, and I go through a lot of Post-it notes, but we shred them and they take them and recycle them and blah, blah, blah. So it's not a big deal. But I'll have Post-it notes everywhere, but everything else we do is electronic. So I don't have to write all day. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I want to. I have to if I make out an envelope and I'm sending like results or a bill or something like that to somebody and I'm writing out the envelopes, like you just I'm so careful. Because I wanted to look
Christian, get in here.
Oh, there's Christian.
I'm so bad that if I'm writing slowly, if I'm writing fast, I don't. But if I'm writing slowly, I even put little circles and hearts and smiley faces over my eyes.
You are a girl. There's no doubt about it. I have never done that. I tried to be girly when I was in grade school. And this boy and I had a little crush on each other. And I wrote his name and then I thought about it and went back and added hearts because that's what the other girls were doing. And I was trying to be girly. And so him and I hung out for I don't even know. It was, I swear to God, from the time I was in kindergarten and we met, we were basically boyfriend and girlfriend until we were in third grade. It was one of the longest relationships I've ever had. But no, it really is though. But seriously, so then I find him years and years later, and I was like, oh, I wonder how he's doing, man. I miss that guy. He was so sweet. He was the nicest guy in the world. And he was very kind and everything. He kissed me twice or maybe 3 times in 2 fucking years when we were in school together. Because he was just very, very polite. He's gay.
Maybe they
So I said, "Were you always gay, or did I have some influence on that?" He laughed. He was like, "No, I've always been gay." And I said, "Well, I said, guess what?" And he goes, "What?" I said, "I'm a lesbian." He was like, "You're fucking shitting me." There was 3 different guys I dated that were gay, and we just dated and hung out.
You have to tell him that you're trans.
And it was. I know I should tell him I'm trans now. He'd probably be like, "How you doing?" He's got a bunch of health problems, dude. The army, when he was in the army, he came down with some shit. And he's at home and he lives with his mother because he's got chronic fatigue syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got such a severe case that he gets up and he'll get on the computer and type to on Facebook to friends for 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour. And he's exhausted and he has to go sleep for 3 hours. It's crazy. I feel so bad. He's a good looking guy too, man. He grew up. He's he was all muscly and shit before he started getting sick. And yeah, it's sad though.
It's hard to see people. I mean, it's hard for anybody to get sick, but it's hard to see really healthy people get sick because you're like, fuck, it got them too.
Yeah, and not even just health, but just people that are good, they go through the world and they are just, oh my God.
the mugshot.
Nope, not on my stream, buddy. No, I'm kidding.
What was that?
Ken
Look
Hogan.
at it, yeah.
We are
Young
not the
Earth
same
creationist
kind.
Billy Bo Bob. It's supposed to be Billy Joe Bob. Get it right, damn it.
That's a bunch of
Oh, man,
malarkey.
Greyheart.
That's a bunch of baloney. We all know that.
Billy Joe
Are
Bim.
elephants and trees the same kind?
It's supposed to be Billy Joe Bim Bob.
I have not heard of this, but it sounds like something I need to debunk on my channel.
The platypus kind.
No, seed cycling.
It's interesting. We should look into that, Ben. By that, I mean you should look into
Yeah, I should debunk it.
We.
Because I'll get on and help him, but I don't know how much I can contribute to that shit.
You can jump on that episode. That could be your debunk with me.
I'm more like comic relief for Ben. You know, he says intelligent shit. I add, yeah, man, I could see that too, and then I make a joke.
I'll find
what I do.
I'll find something really stupid you can debunk with me.
Oh, thanks, Ben. Thanks for going low on the bar for me, buddy.
No, not like that. I just mean something like really funny that we can
yeah.
like.
Spirit science or what?
we
Oh
can
no,
do spirits.
everybody does that.
Yeah.
I like the seed
Yeah.
cycling thing. That's something new. I haven't heard of that one yet. So
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna.
I
have
want to pick something that's just like so out there for like our episode.
seed cycling. What the fuck are you doing,
That's
gardening
not
over
as
there?
out there. That's not as out there as like I want to do with an episode with UB. Like
There-
I feel like we need something like really, really, really out there.
We need to like dig into the cracks where nobody, like wherever Greyheart
Yeah.
got that shit from. We need to
Stay
dig in
out-
the cracks
stay out
because
of my
everything
crack.
else has been talked about. Go ahead, Jenny. What?
You stay out of my crack.
Oh,
Have
you
seen
wish, Jenny.
Miracle Orion? She makes pennies stick to the wall with metaphysical powers.
Why is the
Uh-huh.
KNYO hoping? And he's changing the letters because he doesn't want to say it. Put his name in there.
Hey, you guys are atheists. I got a question. I was watching Brain Bug, and Brain Bug was showing these cool bugs, praying mantises.
Mm.
And I was wondering, doesn't it make sense that if there's praying mantises, there would also be atheist mantises?
Oh my lord.
They're not religious bugs though.
Or maybe
It's
just
see,
just that some dumbass didn't know how to say it looks like a rat eating a piece of pizza. You know, so they called it a praying mantis.
I don't know. They
Well,
got a creepy
people are
head. I
stupid.
don't know.
Well, you see, they're different kinds.
They're really
There's
cool,
the
though, to
praying
play with.
kind and the non-praying kind.
yeah.
Oh,
Those would be
right,
those are the
right.
meditating mantises.
And then there's the kind that bites your head off after mating.
Well, they all do that.
I like those kind best. I tried to say I should have made that sound a little more gay man than that.
Every time like I see nature, I go, damn, you're weird. Like the whole grunions and they roll up on shore, and I'm like, that's a terrible cycle to go through.
See, the bugs that are non-praying are predestined for hell.
Oh my gosh. So
Oh.
poor ladybugs.
Yeah, they're predestined for hell because the ones that if they were meant to go to heaven, they would be praying.
But that
So-
begs the question that there's bugs in hell, so that means there's bugs in heaven too.
But wait a minute now.
And-
The praying mantis is a very long, skinny bug. Is it a Nephilim bug?
And if there's
Yes.
bugs in heaven, what makes it heaven?
Hey, Ben, you cool with Ox sharing out your Twitter link?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, Ox, if you want to throw Ben's stuff in there, do it for everybody. Just throw everybody's stuff in there whenever you get around to it. I appreciate
Jenny,
it.
don't use logic with me. Logic
Formal
has no
logic?
place in my face.
Well, these aren't logic; these are
Are
questions.
we doing
I
P's and
told
Q's?
you. young
Logic
man.
has no place in my faith. It's not a thing.
Oh, you don't know them, Ox? Damn it. Fine, I got it.
So Ben, do you
Well,
think
you
you'd
can
be a
do
good
it, Ben.
cult
I
leader?
made you a mod, right?
Do you think I would be a good cult leader?
Do you think you could be a good cult leader if you were so?
Probably.
I think you could do. I think so.
I probably could. If I had no ethics, I probably could be.
Well, yeah, that comes with the cult leader part, right?
I could come up with some bullshit that would convince people to follow me.
She's
But-
been to heaven thousands of times, huh? Yeah, and how much money is
Hmm.
she making off of that lie every year? And yes, JR, walking sticks are one of the coolest fucking bugs, I think. They are
Except
so
that
cool.
they're predestined for hell because they don't pray.
They're not very.
Oh, well, but they're walking sticks. Everybody's got to have something to lean on. Maybe a few of them will get into heaven. You know, the old people
not
can use
very
them.
good walking.
No,
sticks.
predestination.
I tried to use one and I crushed the damn thing first try.
Oh, Jenny, I fucking love you.
Oh my gosh, side 10 triggers me.
Hey, Ben, do you have your Twitter on your YouTube page? Is it linked? Like, do you have a in your about or whatever?
I don't.
Anyways, Greyheart, just look up Student Dr. Ben.
It is linked to my Twitch, though.
And you can look him up on Twitch or Twitter or whatever. And if that doesn't work, then you just use Student Doc Ben. It's one of the two everywhere.
You know, I reviewed a video of Side 10 where he uploaded a video where he was harassing people outside of an abortion clinic.
Right.
And he had the male partner trying to convince to go in and stop his female partner. And I don't know if they're married or not or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were wielding hell and like this could affect you eternally and everything else. And just listening to like how they were like, yeah, but if you choose life, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And trust it'll work out. And then they're like, he's talking about his dad and how his dad's dysfunctional and stuff. And they're like, no, trust it'll be fine. Your dad will change as soon as he sees this baby. I'm like, no.
Oh my God, what? A baby can't fix mental disorders.
I know, right? And like, I was just like cringing the whole time. I'm like, oh my God.
Look, if being around babies could fix mental disorders, when I was younger, I wouldn't have had any issues because I have not only my kid, but I have a bunch of nieces and nephews. I've changed a lot of diapers in my life.
And also, do people not understand that, like,
with a lot of babies, and none of that helped me.
And then like postpartum depression wouldn't be a thing
God.
if like babies cured mental illness, like
what you said.
Like they're
babies.
That was one of the most emotional calls that I had as an EMT. Was one where we took a woman to the hospital because she is having really, really bad postpartum depression and was like feeling suicidal. And I remember just sitting in the back of the ambulance, just like holding her hand, telling her it's not your fault that you're feeling this way. Like, cause she just felt so guilty that she felt like she didn't want her baby because she was having postpartum depression.
Yeah.
It was like, it's not your fault. Like, it is not your fault that you're feeling this. And like,
people have to understand, I hear a lot of guys saying that postpartum depression is bullshit. Let me tell you, I want someone to reach up inside you and you just spit out, like, I don't know, your stomach and have a lot of hormones involved, or maybe just pull your thyroids or something out through your shit. I don't know. But the hormones, the hormone jumps that women get when pregnant, and it's just like, I think some of it is because of this. I think some of it is because when you're pregnant, that baby is a part of you, like nothing else is a part of you. Like besides your own body, this is the closest thing you're ever going to have to you. And you give birth to that baby, and then now it's out of you. And I think a lot of women, I guarantee you, because kids do it too. Kids, they don't want to take a shit in the toilet because they think a part of them is getting flushed down the toilet. So when it's just a mental thing. So I think with some women that I think that has a play in it. I don't know if I'm right.
I think our society does a terrible, terrible job teaching about like parenthood, and I think I don't have kids, so I can't really speak from experience, but I can imagine that like being a first-time parent is overwhelming with knowing that you have a life that you are responsible for their well-being and having the pressure of having to live up to the expectations of being a good parent. And I can imagine that would be really, really difficult to suddenly have all of this responsibility.
Absolutely.
And pressure. And so, I've never experienced it, but I bet it's incredibly difficult.
It's my feeling that any man who decides that they're so smart that they can make declarations like there's no such thing as PMS, there's no such thing as postpartum depression, and all these related kind of situations. I won't call them disorders. They're just what people go through. I think that they should be put on a forced regime of estrogen and progesterone.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
That's Jenny.
I'm good. That's serious. And have them cycle with dosages and stuff, and let them experience the fucking change that you go through. It's not fun at all. You know, it's,
Right.
Men are just and some men are just assholes. There's no doubt about that. But a lot of men, they are just so simple about the whole thing in their brain that they don't even realize that this is real, and these chemicals, whether or not you make them yourself, can just fuck you up like nothing.
That's right.
It's stop being a dick.
And by the way, I want to state something. I just came up with a new thing while we were talking about this. I think that men get PPA, postpartum anxiety. That baby pops out and they want to run. Here's the difference. Guys who want to pick on women that have postpartum depression, that woman just had a child. And let's say you take off because you're fucking scared because you have PPA. So you take off, and you know what she does? She can't take off. That's why people abandon fucking children, because of shit like that. So think about that before you fucking run and be selfish. You helped made that baby. You came. You didn't use protection, whatever. It's your fucking responsibility. If you don't want the responsibility, jerk off.
That's what I said. It all starts with coming and rolling over.
Jerk off. Don't fucking have sex with women. Jerk off. If you don't want any chance having a fucking baby. Or get your shit snipped and get it over with.
I have
and
been
quit fucking making the woman responsible for shit when it's your responsibility too. Yes.
I have been thrown out of many Darth Dawkins conversations, by the way. So Darth Dawkins wants to make an argument.
I know. I would like to argue that atheism has no rational basis. That's what he said.
What is the rational basis for atheism?
Oh, you can't even expect me to take you seriously right now.
You can laugh at me all you want, but what is the rational basis for atheism?
Are you going to start calling me stupid?
Is this the actual?
You're being a child. You're being a child.
You're borrowing from my
that's what he
worldview.
does.
You're borrowing from my worldview. Answer me now.
Wait a minute. Is this the actual Darth Dawkins?
What is
This
the
is
rational
Christian.
basis
This
for
is
atheism?
Christian.
It's Christian. He's
He would
playing
be way
around.
more aggressive if it was Darth Dawkins. He'd be calling people idiots.
Ben,
and wanting
If this was
mods.
Darth Dawkins, our chat would be full of trolls.
Ben, what is the rational
Oh my
basis for
God.
atheism?
That's why I kept kicking him off. I don't
Your
want anybody to
butt.
see that and think that they should come up here.
This is why atheists are children. They can't answer simple questions about their worldview.
That's right. We're not old, demented fucks yet like you.
Mhm.
You're right. We are
Purely
children.
because we were taught by you.
Nobody
Okay,
wants to answer my question.
Greyheart sent the stuff to you already
Hey.
on Twitter, Ben.
What is your
okay.
rational basis for atheism?
There isn't one.
The rational basis is what you say is irrational.
Your rational basis is what I say is irrational? So
My
you're saying,
rational
don't
basis
overtalk
is that-
me. Do not
that-
overtalk me.
My rational
That's
basis
pretty much how
is
it
that
goes.
what you say is irrational.
Don't overtalk me.
Why not?
What
Just
is
nobody cares.
And that's what I would do to Darth Dawkins.
And now he'd be like, "Who muted me? Who muted me?"
Could I go up?
doing too good of a job, buddy. That's getting a little
Can I make an
irritating.
argument now? Can I make an argument?
No,
Oh, gee, I
Are you
don't
going
know
to
who
keep
muted
kicking
me.
me? Are
Dork,
you
no,
going to
I'm
keep
sorry.
kicking me? Are you going to keep? Don't overtalk me. Are you going to keep kicking me?
Yes,
Aww.
of course.
Sarah
You know what?
and
You know what?
Bonrick.
Eat raw spaghetti, Darth.
Right.
Oh, I'm
Wait,
sorry. Were we
atheists?
talking to somebody important?
You get what you deserve.
Have children with a purpose of not eating them?
Why not? Children are very tasty.
I mean, yeah. So why
This
would we
this
ever
is-
expect an
This is
atheist
why the
to
world
not
is
eat their
disgusted
child?
by atheists.
But not as tasty as religious zealots. They're
Do you have a rational basis for your belief?
Look at
Yes,
all
I
this
do.
depravity.
Explain to me the set of all things and what your fundamental non-contingency is.
No. Why? Why should I bother?
Why should you answer the question?
Yeah.
You don't have to?
I won't.
Okay, then
then
your
we
belief
won't.
is not rationally justified.
I don't care.
I do not reject the null
nothing-
Look at
hypothesis.
that. Atheists finally admit their agenda
just my-
to
that's
give
my
irrational
answer.
beliefs to people.
Nothing. You
Look,
say,
if the Bible was never mind.
you're an
I just my response
Why would you talk
to
about the
religious
Bible? You're an
debate is
atheist.
just I fail to
Because we're
reject the null
borrowing from your
hypothesis.
worldview.
because lunatics like you try to force the Bible on us. That's how we talk about it. What you
Yes,
say,
I'm
nothing-
the lunatic
nothing
when
is-
you guys eat babies. Yes, I'm the lunatic.
of course. Nothing
We don't eat
matters.
babies. We fry them.
Really, you
and we
just
gently
this is
slice
this is
them,
absolutely
and then
deplorable.
we nibble slowly.
This is
Yeah.
deplorable.
Yes, you are deplorable.
It is questionable who Darth hates more, Catholics or atheists, because he's gone off on Catholics quite a bit.
It's because Catholics are stupid. Anyway, do you want to answer my question?
I would love to hear him try to answer which one's more stupid.
Oh, he gets hooked on Mary and goes off on Mary constantly.
Atheists reduce their worldview to nonsense.
This is how this dude really behaves, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's no joke.
No,
a
he's-
total
he's
You're
fucking-
reducing
he's worse
your
than what
worldview to
Christians
non.
do
Don't
now.
overtalk me.
He's
You're
a
reducing
total
your worldview
dick.
to nonsense.
He will tell you to hold on and mute himself, and I swear to God, his wife's telling him stuff. Because when he was at a stream with my brother, he didn't mute himself when he thought he did, and he was talking to his wife, and she told him something, and he turned around and then said it into the mic.
I remember Richard.
And I was going, "You fucking dick!" And I said to Richard later, his wife is totally like, feeding him shit. And he said, "Oh yeah, I know, I noticed that too." And I said, "You heard it, didn't you?"
What's
He
wrong
said,
with
"Yeah,
having a
when
feeder
He
wife?
thought he was paused. He thought he was muted.
Well,
Huh?
I like to eat. Okay. Okay.
Now we're getting into feederism. Oh my god.
The problem
Hey,
with Darth
is it wrong?
Dawkins is the state he resides in. It's garbage.
How is that wrong on naturalism?
I think the fact that he's breathing
sometime
is...
you're going to have to. I'll create a persona, and you can slip me into a panel with Darth Dawkins, and I'll.
Oh,
torture
wait a
as
minute.
best I can.
Wait a minute. Simos, it was his mother?
Yeah, can you
He
think
lives
someone
with
can
his
actually?
mother?
Do you think someone can stand being with Darth?
No, actually, let me slip out of the persona. Darth's wife left him because he was abusive.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
I
kids
don't
won't
doubt
talk
that.
to him either.
I don't doubt that
most,
either.
Most religious white men are abusive.
By the way, I'm tired of being a fucking deplorable idiot, so I'm going to change my name now.
Can you please? Because I don't want anybody to see that and think I'm encouraging people like that on my fucking streams. I don't, because
I would love
if
to-
you're live and someone clicks on subscriptions, it'll show the pictures on the thumbnail. So I really don't want anybody seeing that thing.
You do have power over your thumbnail though, where it stops.
Yeah, you do. You
Oh.
can.
It's right here. Oh, on YouTube. How do you do that?
In Under Studio,
Oh, I don't ever go in there. Okay, maybe I'll look at it sometime.
or you can get
Yeah,
this
you can.
video
You
app.
can choose what your thumbnail is.
Oh, okay. Even when you're live?
I'll be right back, folks.
I want some sugar.
But if
What
you
you
wanna,
got, baby? You
if
want
you
some
wanna-
sugar?
if you want to play with Darth, you can find him in a Discord. And good luck. He's probably gonna mute you, throw you out, or something.
Yeah, probably.
I have no desire to interact with him.
Oh, he's a Nathan Oakley type, huh?
No desire.
He is the most aggressive evangelical I've run into, besides like somebody like Steven Anderson.
See, he's never met me, so he doesn't know how absolutely contrarian and shove it right back in your face I can be.
Oh,
See,
he
I'd love to
doesn't care.
listen
He loves
to
it.
you. I'd love to listen to you go at it with him. I will never tolerate a conversation with him myself. But I'm also very non-confrontational, so
You
you
definitely
have
should
to-
never talk to him.
You have to
Don't
be
ever.
confrontational to deal with him, and you have
yeah. No,
to...
I would not even engage him from the beginning. I would not. Like if he ever commented at any of my stuff, like I would just block him and go on my way.
The only person I know that has managed to humanize Darth and make him act like a human, and I've watched Darth for a long time, and I've interacted with him a long time, is Christopher Mowdy, who is, got a psych degree. And Darth had slid into one of my after shows after I did an interview and was pressuring one of my interview guests and asking questions. And I said, well, this is a friendly interview, so I'm going to give you one more question and we're going to wrap that up and we're going to move on. And then he did, and then he kept pressing, and then all of a sudden Chris was like, "The lady said that's enough." And then all of a sudden, like they started talking about Taylor Ham and bonding about New Jersey, and all of a sudden he started acting human and normal, and like something that like I usually didn't see. Usually I see this aggressor and this person that just cannot be human and human. And for 1 second, he actually acted like a human.
His interaction with Shannon Q, huh? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. Go to her channel. You can find it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't even, I never thought about them ever speaking, but I'm sure they have at some point. I just never thought about it.
Shannon Q is another one that's good at making people act like humans.
Oh, I know, right?
I love Shannon Q.
What, Jenny?
Shannon is brilliant. I would love to hear her take on a jerk like that.
Yeah, she's so brilliant and so busy that I've asked her to be on a couple times and she hasn't even replied. I don't even think
she
she
just
pays
recently
attention.
moved.
Well, no, I know that, and I found that out that she had been packing up and shit and getting ready to move and blah blah blah. But yeah, I just figure eventually if she finds it, she finds it.
Yeah, good. Her and Paul are finally together. Congrats! Yeah,
yeah, I know, right?
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
yeah, they're living together now.
Yeah, they moved together.
Yep.
Wow, that's a big.
You got her kitty.
Looks like they got a nice place too.
Where are they? On her side of the country or his?
I don't know.
You know, I don't know that answer. I don't know how far they moved or where, or I don't know.
It looks like the pictures are Canadian. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all I got, and I just know her pictures look like they got a nice spot. So
yeah, I won't say what province. I just but I'm just curious where they ended up. That's
yeah. No, I don't know.
Urban, rural, all those kind of interesting things.
I have no idea.
I want all of you to become rural.
I am rural.
I'm a city.
Well, yeah, you are.
But I mean, there's an option for me to like rural docs, like kind of have it the best a lot of the time because you if you work in rural medicine, the land's cheap. You can get a huge house. You're doing rural medicine. Like oftentimes you'll get paid extra to live in rural areas because it's hard to get docs out there. And then also you're seeing all the cool shit because at a rural hospital, you only have a few providers. And so you're going to see everything and you're only sending things off that like really emergently need to go. So like rural medicine is actually not a bad gig if you don't mind living in a rural area.
Yeah. Well, no, see, the difference is when you're in a big city and you're a doctor and you're in a rural area and when you're a doctor, here there's a whole bunch of them. Here, people fucking respect you.
Yeah, that's the small town doc is like a great person to be.
Yeah, you go everybody goes to you for everything. I have a question about peanuts. Yeah. Do you know about peanuts? I have to ask you about peanuts. Yeah, like they literally will, and they totally respect you. I mean, at least the small towns I've lived in. Anyway.
I just got some really bad doctor news. My internal medicine doctor was my primary provider. I've been knowing her for like 6 years now. Best doctor I've ever had. She just means a lot to me. She's retiring.
Oh,
she's younger than me.
Dang.
And
you get paid in chickens and moonshine.
She hasn't told me yet.
I don't understand what's wrong with chickens and moonshine.
I get paid in chickens and moonshine. That's fine. Like for me, like the money is not like a huge thing. Like if I can be financially stable and like at least like living comfortably for myself, and I'm pretty happy.
I think for me, it's connection. So like when I look at like the idea of having some land and having goats, oh my God, that'd be awesome, little goats or something like that. That's really cool. Or alpacas, like that's really cool. And then I look at like, oh, but then like I have 50 neighbors and like in the whole town or, like something like that. And like, I'd like choices in my city and I don't know, I need both, or I need to be like close to a city so I can go visit the city.
That's what I would do. Yeah, like be at least within a decent commute of a city. But
it's the way to do it. Stay outside of it. It takes me 38 minutes to get to work, and my work is on the towards the outskirts ish and not by downtown or the busiest area.
Yeah, I could rock that situation. That sounds good.
So I think it takes. If I leave early, it takes me like 33 minutes. Normal
the biggest
rush hours, 5 minutes.
Biggest town in my area is La Crosse, Wisconsin, and that's like 51,000 people. It's got these minor suburbs. Probably add another 20,000 to that.
Yes, Sandy, the nice thing about being in the military for now is that you don't have to pay for malpractice insurance because the military handles all that for you. There's some advantages to military medicine and some disadvantages.
Are you in military medicine? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm on a scholarship. So basically, I didn't want $400,000 of debt. So I'm in the military.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
You didn't want debt like that? You wussy.
Yeah, because that's one thing that I
paid off before you hit 50, so...
It's like, it's one thing that, yeah, doctors get paid reasonably for the most part, but certain specialties, and depending on how much debt you have from med school, because most people have undergrad debt. A lot of people also have a master's degree and then med school on top of it. Like if you're doing primary care and have all of that debt, it can be really difficult to pay off.
I have like who I've known since early college. And she just finished paying off her student debt. And a year after that, she retired.
Oh, look who's in the chat.
Who's in the chat?
You're muted.
Fancy that guy being here. Who's that guy?
Richard.
Well, I don't know if I know him.
Namaste, Richard.
We were just talking about you talking with Darth Dawkins.
Christian was playing Darth Dawkins for a minute, and I told him to stop because I was going to puke and kick him off. No, that's not what I said, but that was realistic. That was the other half of it.
Who's in the chat? I can't see this.
Oh,
Richard.
my brother.
Oh, hi, Richard.
Richard, the only reason why I punked out on our meeting is because I had kidney stones. Like, it was terrible.
Oh, shit.
I'm so sorry. So we do have to reschedule.
Well, I messaged you and said, let me know what you're doing on Saturday. Did you message me back? Okay. I saw that.
This Saturday, I have to double check, but probably it'll be okay.
I must go.
Oh, God.
Where are you going?
You must go with?
He doesn't want to jump in today.
Oh, he's probably got something lined up. He was streaming a little while ago with Zebra. And then when about the time I got home, he was about done. So, ish. I don't really know, but I knew he was about to be done.
Zebra and Mac and Richard are like the most chill stream ever. Anytime I tune in, they're just like, yeah.
And none of them totally agree with each other either.
No, but
they're so respectful. Yeah.
They're so kind and chill. Like I can listen to it and like my tension immediately goes down. And like I'm so used to battling on Twitter and being horrible. And then I go, oh, this is so chill. It's so nice.
You know, honestly, the only time my brother will ever get defensive at all is when someone's being a dick to him. And he doesn't even get really shitty with them. He just starts going, no, wait, now that's what you said. That's what you said. So now you're going back on what you said 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, but that's boundary setting.
He'll call him out on shit.
Yeah,
but
he
said he was just kidding. So he said, you wimp. I'm just terribly disappointed. He was looking forward to talking to you. Yeah, we'll work something out in the next weekend or two. We'll figure out something, guys.
Dude, there was blood in my urine. What can I say?
Pshaw. Whatever.
Wasn't a good time.
I was just pissing blood, and I had a kidney stone, like working its huge kidney stone, working it down its way down my urethra without even having anybody pop it for me.
I don't think it was that huge because, like, I always imagined that to be one of the worst pains ever. But I would put that at like a solid, I don't know, like somewhere in the mid pack of pain I've experienced. So like I don't know. I always imagined it to be worse. So I imagine it's worse for those that have penises. But I don't know.
Literally anyone else that I've heard have kidney stones have said that it's worse than that. Like everyone that I've well, besides you, everyone else that I've talked to has said like they'd put it like a 9 or a 10.
I'd say it was worse than any of my broken bones. And I would say that it was not as bad as cellulitis in the face.
Well, here's the thing is when you have an external pain, you can do stuff about it. You can put ice on it or heat on it or whatever kind of injury you have, right? So that's different than when you have it internally and all you can do is like take ibuprofen or Tylenol or something and just
and the drugs don't
get
work
some antibiotics or something
right?
if you have a UTI. Yeah, but then you have to wait. Like with UTIs, they get severe. By the time those antibiotics kick in and it's got to the point where it's not killing you anymore. It's like 2.5 days.
Yeah, they
and
the drugs, and I was like, no, that's too much. And then they gave me Toradol instead, but like it didn't really help.
And
much.
the drugs aren't super effective for kidney stones, are they?
The Toradol didn't seem to do much of anything, but I didn't want fentanyl because it'll send me to a different planet.
Didn't they try to do that ultrasound thing where they pound it to pieces or?
No, not with me. They're just like, cool.
It depends on the size of it, Jenny. If it's small enough to pass without causing you like because if it's too big to pass, it just won't pass.
It might also depend on
small enough to pass. Even if it cuts you up, they're gonna let it pass.
It might also depend on what the stone's made of.
It's true. There's like 3 or 5 different kidney.
There's multiple types, and you can determine likelihood of the type based on more than 3, but it depends on what like a lot of this is very heavily tested on my boards. Like they'll give you a situation, and you should be able to guess what the stone is made of based on the situation.
Right.
Like it's very particular, but yeah, it's awful that like. It's one of the worst pains I hear, but drugs really don't seem to do much at all for it.
Now, is one stone versus the other like more valuable, better to put into jewelry, or
more valuable?
I mean,
think I could ask the king.
Certain stones are just more likely to cause like severe obstruction. Like a struvite stone is like the typical one that would cause like a blockage of your entire kidney. And it looks like little reindeer antlers, but that one's caused by UTIs usually.
Yeah.
Like it's a very specific type of UTI. It's usually Proteus.
Yeah, that's weird. But it was a weird situation. I felt really awful, and I thought, maybe this is just a really bad UTI or a kidney infection at worst. And then it just started escalating, and they're like, what is going on? And then they kept me in the yard till like 4 a.m. I was like, oh my God.
I've never had stones of any kind. Is that unusual, or do most people get them, or what? I've no experience or knowledge with them.
I heard most people have gallstones, but I don't know about kidney stones.
Certain people are higher risk for things, and a lot of things can cause it. Yeah, it depends on you.
Depends on your body. Yeah,
your calcium, your phosphate, like your kidney function.
What kind of stuff you put in your body? If you drink enough
if you're at risk, if you have UTIs, you're at risk. Like
it's a lot of there's a lot of this stuff.
So like, I never had a CT scan until this week, and they run you through the machine, and then like they lay you down, and they're just like, okay, and you see this injector, and you're like, oh, that's creepy. It's like like when they inject you to death penalty or something. So I'm just like, huh. And I'm just like watching it, and then they're like, so you're gonna want to feel like you like pissed yourself or like pee. Well, they said peed. You're gonna feel like you urinated all over yourself, but don't worry, you did not urinate all over yourself. It's just what it does. I'm just like, what? And they weren't kidding. Like it's the weirdest thing. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay,
wild.
This is just crazy.
So speaking of kidney stuff, I'm gonna throw some of my shit in here because I think it's a perfect opportunity for me to make a point. Because people ask me like, well, how much did that hurt? And I've never been able to describe it. I said, I would rather have 3 babies in a row with no painkillers than go through that again.
Doing cartwheels.
Yes, I like really. Okay, so here we are with Max saying how painful it is. And Ollie said, I had a kidney stone. I thought someone stabbed me in the back when the pain first started. Yes, that is how it starts.
Like someone's stabbing you.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, it was the most horrible pain I've ever had in my life. It was worse than after that 62-mile-an-hour car wreck. It was worse than that. And I had a full staghorn kidney stone. My kidney was dead, and it formed an entire Staghorn. So basically, what a staghorn is all the little areas in your kidney that are open are filled with a big, huge fucking kidney stone.
That's the struvite stone I was talking about. That's caused by Proteus. That's the one that you had.
Yeah, that sounds so much worse.
That's the most severe one you can get. Yeah.
It is the most. Yeah, it's horrible. So now picture you have this hard kidney stone, right? Like you guys have all you people have had them. You've peed them out. You know, it's like it hits the toilet. It's like dink. You know, like it's a piece of hard, calcified whatever material. So now picture a swollen kidney that's swollen up to like 3 times the size it's supposed to be, and it's infected. And every time you move, that kidney stone digs into it.
That sounds horrible.
Welcome to 3 months of my life. It just got worse and worse and worse. I couldn't stand up anymore. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't stand. I just didn't even know what to do with myself. I was literally just walking around like, oh, stand up straight, bend over, sit down, stand up, lay down, stand up, because it didn't matter how I laid, that kidney stone was just stuck into that fucking infected ass dead piece of meat inside me.
Yeah, and the problem you get too, because you get this incredible obstruction. So not only are you getting, of course, you're getting something called hydronephrosis, where you're getting pressure buildup, so your kidney just like dilates because the fluid has nowhere to go. But then also you have all these like toxins that you're supposed to be excreting, but you can't because they're obstructed. So they're just like irritating the fuck out of your kidney cells and like killing them. And so if you think about that kind of irritation and that kind of necrosis you're getting of just the stuff circulating, and then you kill the cells off, and then you get like perforations, and then the toxins start going back into your bloodstream because they have nowhere to go. And it's just like such a bad situation.
Like that's what you're describing sounds way worse. Like mine was just like a dull pain that would escalate and be like, I'm being stabbed.
Yeah, this is what happens if you get dull. Yeah, this is what happens when you get an obstruction that stays for
obstructed.
A while.
Yeah,
like that stays obstructed for a long time.
Yeah. So basically, what we think happened is because I fell, my feet were at 15 and a half or 15 to 15 and a half feet. So my body was, I was 5'6.5" at the time. So the middle of my body, take 3 feet, it was about 18 and a half or 18 feet in the air. Anything 3 times more than your body height is considered a traumatic fall. So that would be 15 feet where my feet were.
You're kind of lucky to live, I think.
So really. I fell directly on my back and didn't think about it when my kidney died because I was in so much pain I couldn't even think like that anymore by the time I got it removed. But it dawned on me later that I had in August I had fell on my back, and 7 months later the kidney thing started. 3 months after that I had it removed. So the pain just gradually got worse for 3 months. They thought it was my sciatic. They gave me all this shit. So the really crappy thing about it is, and I'm going to knock on wood here, that I have good genes and I was raised in a good, healthy environment, because most people that have this happen, it's like I'm in like a 3 percentile of people whose kidneys die and go septic like that. The infection came out of the kidney sac. And it was on all of the sacs of my other organs. And they literally went, and when they opened me up this much and then said, oh shit, it's worse than we thought. Took the kidney out, opened me up some more, took the kidney out, and then they cut me all the way around. All but like 3 inches, 2-3 inches from my belly button, 2 or 3 inches from my spine, and took out a rib and everything. And they scraped my organ sacs with a piece of metal. They scraped the infection off and like threw it out. Threw it out. It was a 6 hour.
You were melon balled.
Can you send a link to Josh? Josh wants a link.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go get another drink, but I'll be right back.
Okay. Is that a Moscow Mule Russian?
Hey,
this was Monster and tequila.
Oh.
It's called a med
school margarita.
Med student margarita. I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, it's better than a white trash margarita where it's with Mountain Dew.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Fox calls them redneck margaritas. Same thing.
Yeah, I took my ex to the emergency room because she'd been in pain. You know, for her, it was just a matter of like she'd been in pain for like 6 hours. And she passed a kidney stone the size of a grain of rice. And then she said that it was a myth that men could not feel anything as bad as childbirth. That she said that was far more painful than delivering a 10-pound baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and that's, like I said, that was one the size of a grain of rice.
Oh, I didn't even finish my thought. I'm sorry. I sidetracked myself. So the cool thing, the 3 percentile thing, was that this infection escaped my kidney, got all through my abdomen, and nothing happened to any of my other organs.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I was literally like, the percentile was 2.8%.
You're really lucky, or you're made of a different stock.
Good genes. Good fucking genes, man. And I was raised in the country, and we didn't eat junk food growing up. We didn't even know what junk food was. If we got a treat, it was like a little snack-sized Snickers or something.
Did you?
That was like big.
When you were a kid?
Huh?
Did you eat mud pies when you were a kid?
No, we played with them. We never ate them. That's
Eat
disgusting.
Dirt.
But no, we ate dirt when we were kids because we had all of our hands stuck in our mouth. All kids do that.
Yeah.
I gotta go, but I appreciate
healthiest kids is kids that.
Okay, bye.
Bye, HS. Go ahead. Kids that.
Jenny?
Yeah.
You were saying? Sorry.
Yeah,
we were just saying goodbye there.
I was just saying that kids that play in the dirt are the healthiest kids there are.
Yeah, my fiance and I talked about that a lot. That, you know, that's
kids that mommy protects from everything and makes them wash their hands 50 times a day, and you know, won't let them play on the floor and all
yep.
Okay, I have to say something now.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with your genetics. I think that's chance that the other things didn't get infected, because peritonitis.
Honestly, he doesn't think it's my genes. He thought it was the way I was raised. He was literally working on writing his 3rd book, and this book was going to be about city kids versus country kids and the health issues with that. And these kids that live in like high populated areas with a lot of pollution, they eat like McDonald's and junk food all the time, versus kids that were raised out in the country and were fed like good home cooking, and you know, were raised in a healthy environment. And he said to me, I'm telling you right now, if you were a city kid, you'd probably be dead. That's what his research showed him. And he was like a 12-year nephrologist or something.
I would need to see more data though, because what it sounds like is if you didn't get peritonitis, like when it's with spreading, it's not like there's not a lot that your diet would do about that. Like the fact that infection didn't seed other places, that seems to be a lot of chance. And granted, this person's like an expert, but this sounds like this was a long time ago, and we've learned a lot since then.
Oh yeah, no, this was groundbreaking at the time because it was 2005. It was 16 years ago.
I mean,
like he was like really on to some shit.
But like this specific instance, I don't know how it's super related. Like the mechanism just doesn't line up.
Because of how, well, it was everything. It was the fact that none of my other organs were affected. It was the fact that I didn't have any lasting complications from it. It was the fact that I healed up so quickly. It was like a lot of factors in there. Oh, Josh, I don't know what you got. You need to move something away from that mic.
Ben, I think it has something to do with genetics.
Try again, buddy.
My mom is one of the people,
how about that?
And I'm one of the people who never gets sick. I never get what a cold is going around. I never get what flu or whatever going around. When I was a kid, I had the various positive stuff that kids got back in the 50s and 60s. But when everybody else was having them, I got them at a different time.
Look, fix that shit, dude.
Just because
I can't hear Jenny. I'm sorry.
Anything to my immune system that I can just beat off whatever I got going. You know, I used to be a car fixer and I would lacerate the fuck out of myself every week and never do more than a quick wash of the wound and maybe would bandage it and most of the times not, and I don't get infected, you know, and all this kind of stuff. I always get my flu shots and stuff, and I get my pneumonia shots and stuff because I'm scared, but I don't have any kind of history of getting that kind of stuff.
See, genetics would be a part, but it's just like it's such a complicated thing, and like immunity is such a complicated thing that like it's not something that you can chalk up to certain things. It like these mechanisms are like, it's so hard to try to think through these scenarios because it's just so complex, and so you can't really chalk it up to like one thing or not. Like it would take a lot of evidence to convince me of like one particular thing that's like the
Have
thing.
you ever done any personal investigation of like these cases where there's a couple cases in the world of people who have been absolutely immune or resistant to HIV?
Yeah, there are things like that. That's I don't have again, like these issues are so complicated. Like I don't like want to pull information out of my ass because there's certain conditions that can make you less susceptible to things, and it just like it's hard to like chalk anything up to any one thing in particular because most things in medicine are multifactorial is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything from somebody got a nasty UTI that turned into a kidney infection.
Yeah.
They have an suppressed immune system. It's something in their family. You know, there's so many ways for things to go wrong. I mean, I don't even know a 16th of them. Things. Like you can say, hypothyroidism. Well, I know a few things that affects and a few things that causes to happen, but I don't know all of them. I have a fucking clue. That's all I'm been.
And it's so complicated.
It really is. Well, thank you, Mac. I'm glad I'm still here too. And the last thing I'll say about my kidney thing was my last bragging rights on that is that he said that if I had waited another 36 to 48 hours that I would have just laid down and not got back up. Like I was that close. I was gray. My eyes were sunken and black. I was very close to death. And I had lost 38 pounds in 3 months. I was just skin and bone. Like all that was left, there was no fat on me anywhere. It was just like saggy skin and thin, scrawny muscles. And I was literally,
at least people could hear you.
That's better. Thank you. No, dude, that was like squealing in my ear. That hurt. I had to, whoo, that hurt bad. Anyways, so,
My apologies.
and I went from, no, it's okay. I went from a size 28 waist down to a 24 and the 24s are falling off of me.
Wow.
Like that's how scrawny my cheeks were sunken like this. And I was just, they thought I was a leukemia patient when I walked into the nephrologist's office and told him I had an appointment. And they told me later, we thought you were a leukemia patient. We were wondering why you were here because we knew that you were about to die and there's nothing we could do to help you. And that's what they thought. That's how bad I looked. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Did you thank them for the comforting words?
I walked into their office, had an appointment with him because he had sent me down for a CT. Just go right down for a CT scan. So I go back to his office and I walked in and they were like, can I help you? And they looked at me like with total pity. And I was like, yeah, I got an appointment. They were like, you have an appointment? So, and then I got back there and everything, I left. And then when I went back to have my staples, my 30, whatever they are, staples pulled out of my side, and he had to cut them out, like cut the staples and pull them out one at a time. When I went back to get that done, like all the nurses squealed and ran over and hugged me because it had been like a month and a half and I'd gained some weight back. My skin was pink again. I was standing up straight. I was still walking really slow. But I had healed a lot and slept a lot in a month and a half and ate some good food.
But that gray ashen color looks so cool.
Oh, it did look pretty cool on me. I got to tell you, I looked like a goddamn Halloween superhero that was about to die. More like maybe a zombie. I was kind of zombie-esque. So, but anyways, yes, thank you, Mac. I'm glad I'm still here though too. It was pretty fucking scary. It didn't really hit me because I was in so much pain. it didn't really hit me until after I got out of surgery. And I was like, damn, dude. Like I was home on the couch and I woke up and I was like, damn, this is fucked up. Like this is. So when people are like, oh, are you afraid of getting your breasts removed? I'm like, nah, dude. I've had a way worse surgery than that. And I walked away and I healed great and my scars are minimal. And I think the surgeons did a really good job. They didn't like, you know, you could tell there was like 2 or 3 different cuts on me, but they were pretty neat. They stitched me up nice. I healed well. So I don't have any complaints. So I'm not scared of going into surgery and having boobs removed off of me. I'm like, pshaw.
I'm so ready. So ready for that surgery.
Oh God, right?
Hey, you know, I could really sharp.
Mac.
I could save you guys a lot of money.
What's up, buddy? How are
Hey,
you?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Having a good day.
Good.
Had a good chat with your brother earlier, and
yeah,
then I
heard,
saw you were streaming. And
Holy Spackle was hanging out for a little bit in the chat, and she said,
yeah,
it's so nice like watching those guys talk. And I said, yeah, they're all really I said, it's funny because none of them agree on they don't agree on half, but they're very respectful. And she said, well, it's just very relaxing because it's like a really chilled tone and there's no anger and there's no crap in it. And she's like, I was just like relaxing listening to with your brother.
If there's respect in the conversation, they agree on something, and it's the important shit.
What they agree on is that everybody has their own opinions and everybody is entitled to them and everybody deserves respect despite whatever they think.
Like I said.
And oh my God, is that
the
so
important
important?
shit.
Everybody just think about that for a second. Like, could you imagine if we walked through this earth and we gave true respect to every person we met, every person we saw, every person we talked to on the phone?
Oh, don't.
Can you imagine how happy we'd be? Some happy ass motherfuckers.
it's a game changer.
Maybe not.
What, Jenny? I didn't hear you.
I said, don't be so stupid.
See, and there we go, blown right out of the water.
Do you think that would be the key to happiness? Now, I agree that would do tremendous, great work for the world, but we would still find something to bitch about and make life miserable with. That would just be one less thing that we would need to fret over.
Right.
Probably several things, because there would be a domino effect, obviously, but nonetheless, we would find something to bitch about.
First, let me say,
I'll fight you on that.
Catnip, yes, breasts are overrated to a point, although I do love them. I love to, you know,
Engage.
No. I love to enjoy them as any guy would. The problem I have is with mine, it doesn't do anything for me other than watching someone mess with them because it's a chick. Besides that, I got nothing. Oh, Richard, don't you cry, young man.
While we're on the subject of bodily autonomy, you guys can rock your shit. Well, you do your thing.
Ox said, sad at the thought of lost breasts, but glad we're getting new brothers. Win lose, I guess.
Nicely said, Ox.
Right. Oh, Randy's here too. Hi, Randy.
We've already explained this. B and I are just switching places, so we're keeping the gender thing even here still.
Right. I jumped out of the shills on Sunday nights because it's all women, and I said, well, you guys will have to find somebody else, you know. Sorry, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And Purple goes, I'm right here. I'm already on the shills.
You know,
and I'm like, we'll just swap out.
I'm trying to grow breasts as fast as I can.
It's okay, honey. Nobody knows. It's fine. Nobody sees you on there anyways. It's just an icon. So, fuck it.
Well, so far, hopefully I'll become presentable at some point.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Actually, my bigger issue is I'll eventually get my new computer finished because the one I'm using won't acknowledge the camera's plugged in.
Oh, that's right. I remember you were I didn't even know that was still going on. I thought you were just hiding from the world.
Yeah, some of each, but I don't need people to see every time I blow my nose.
No, I icon. And then I pick my nose while nobody's looking, and I'll go back on the camera.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Just with my allergies, I'm frequently having problems. I have more bad days than good days.
Yeah, no, I get it. When I lived in Ohio and all those places that I lived until now, Virginia, blah, 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 everywhere over there, I had the most horrible allergies. I used to get random sinus infections. I averaged between 2 and 4 sinus infections a year. and they were like nasty. Like I couldn't get out of bed. My head was swimming so bad. I felt so bad. I couldn't even, it was just all here, and it was horrible. And I had to take days off work. And since I moved out here away from all that mold and mildew, literally the only allergy attacks I've had where like something causes you to sneeze really bad is if somebody has on like cheap perfume, or I walk down the laundry detergent aisle. That's how sensitive I am. And it does, nothing bothers me here. I've sneezed a few times when the juniper bloomed, like maybe twice. But that's it. Like nothing, not a lot of shit here to bother you like that.
Yeah,
I thought I was starting to have some pretty bad allergies, but it turns out I was just married.
Yeah, man. I'm allergic to that too. I'm allergic to marriage too.
I can breathe so much better now.
I think that if you have a good relationship, the marriage doesn't matter. If you want to do it, that's cool. But I just think that so many people jump into it, and I think, and I know I've met a lot of people that have had long-term, great, happy relationships, got married, and for some reason shit started changing. So I say, if it's whatever you're doing, if it's working, leave it the fuck alone. Just let it work.
It wasn't marriage in general. It was just the specific one in question that I just seemed to have a terrible reaction to.
No, but I just think that people put too much stock in weddings. Like, okay, we're going to get married. We're going to be together forever. No.
Jenny's got her hand up.
Jesus.
No, I don't.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Okay, I thought you were trying to get in there.
No, I'm
a lot of things have been over romanticized.
Yeah. Well, you know,
sausage here, and you know, I have to accept my place. Anyways, I forgot what I was going to say now. So
okay. I used to be down on the marriage thing. Unfortunately, the experience I had with my fiance dying, I got screwed over in many ways because I had no legal rights at that point. So, yeah, legally, it does afford you a lot of protections that you can't get otherwise. Starting with the fact that she died in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. So, legally, none of the doctors were allowed to talk to me about why she died.
Yeah, that's a bitch. Damn.
Oh, my God, Burps.
That sucks, man.
Yeah,
that's what living wills are for. That's why that is important.
Yeah.
Everybody should have living wills. Everybody should have, people like write out a will. So when you go, people get what you want them to have. That it's very important. If anybody ever watches the one of the movie series they had out for a while, I guess it was like an HBO series. If These Walls Could Talk, and you go watch the one about all the lesbians that lived in the same house. Because the first story is fucking heartbreaking. These two women had been together, hiding that they were gay for like 40 or 50 fucking years. One of them dies. The house is in her name because they weren't allowed to put in both their names because it would look like that they were gay. So they had to hide it. And the children came in and took everything out right off underneath of her that she built with her spouse for those 40 years.
That shit pisses me the fuck off.
And that shit happens. And it's sad. And I cried. I felt so bad for her.
That's crazy.
They were taking stuff, and she's like, "No, that's ours." And they were like, "It's not yours. It was my mom's."
Yeah,
shit like that. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what I ran into. Is that everything fell to her mother, and she had only talked to her mother twice in the 5 years I was with her. So she didn't really want her mother to have anything to do with her life, but that's what everything defaulted to.
Yeah. No, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting married. I'm not. I was married at some point.
No,
I'm just. And a lot of people benefit from it, whether it's feeling more confident in the stability of the relationship, or whether it's for military stuff, or taxes, or you're having a kid, and it's the right thing to do so that kid is documented. These are my parents, or whatever, for legal reasons. So it's good to do it for a lot of reasons. But,
yeah, there's tons of personal and practical benefits to it.
Don't jump in and do it because you're supposed to. That is the fucking stupidest reason. It's like saying I'm supposed to go to church. No, you're supposed to enjoy your life and live your life however you want, and quit listening to other people and society's fucking goddamn stigmas.
Bam. Don't jump into any commitment with unreasonable and underthought expectations.
God damn it, boy. What are you doing?
Culturally dictated expectations.
Well, yeah, and that's the way people have to regard it, that, a marriage license is a legal contract.
Right.
So you need to look over it the same way you would before signing any type of legal contract.
I've been done dirty. I've done people dirty, but nothing has hurt me more in my lifetime than my own expectations. Fact.
Yep.
There's a fact for you. Yes, Ox.
I've been a little happier ever since I started curbing my expectations on things. Not to a bleak outlook to where I just stop expecting anything, said fuck it. You know, there are some, the phrase fuck it is just so important. You have to be able to just toss life a good fuck it from time to time.
Personally, I have absolutely no intention of being at my own funeral.
But you're the guest of honor.
For the first time in your life, you're the most important person in the room, and you're not going to be there. I'm going to be there, damn it. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to have people like telling jokes and pulling pranks on each other and giving each other shit and like chest bumping and going, yo, bro, what's up? And like high-fiving and shit. That's what I'm going to have. I want everybody to fucking party their asses off and say, man, we enjoyed that shit. Thank you. You know, that's what I want.
Yeah. Again, we need to get the money to
we got to show up for my funeral. It's okay.
We need to get the money to hire a lawyer to get the paperwork drawn up to make sure for Sloth Girl and I that we've got the legal authority. Because, I want her to be in charge of everything rather than my family. And I've given her specific instructions for my funeral that, first of all, I want her to hire a ventriloquist to sit in the front row and respond to everybody who goes up to the casket for me.
Isn't that great? When she first told me that, I rolled.
And then before they take me to be cremated, I want her to stuff my jacket full of fireworks.
That's a real kitty.
See, that won't work because the guy who does the burn is not going to let you damage his oven.
Right.
Yeah, I figure they probably strip you naked before they cook you anyway.
Now, if you go for a Viking funeral instead, and just have light you up and put you in a boat.
That's what I
want
wanted
Mythbusters
originally.
to blow
I
up my
just didn't think
carcass.
they'd allow that.
Too soon.
Are you harassing your cat?
He's swatting at me because I put him up there. He didn't want to go yet. He wanted to be pet more. So he's like sitting half off the bed. He's like, if any second now he could fall. And so he can swat at me. He's like right on the edge.
Awesome.
Sammy's son has resigned himself that I am not going to get up and give him more treats. So now he's just going to sleep on my leg instead.
Aww.
Oh.
He's been squawking at me since I sat down that he hasn't had enough snacks today.
I wish somebody would sleep on my leg.
Aw.
I like a comfy leg, Jenny. I could use a nap.
All right, I'm coming over.
Good luck finding me, sunshine.
You can do those. You can do that titty thing too while you're at it.
Really? Take it right off of me? I told the wife when I die, I'm taking all my money with me. She said, okay, make sure the check is in your pocket.
Okay.
No, she said, okay, I'll make sure the check is in your pocket. I'm sorry. Randy's going to bring the beer. Yeah, Randy, you got to come and play harmonica, man. I want everybody to get out like their acoustic guitars, any instrument they play, fucking do like a bonfire. Everybody hang out and get fucking smashed together, set up a bunch of tents so everybody can just crash there for the night. I want to make it like a weekend party. That's what I want everybody to do. Have fun, man. Enjoy your fucking life.
But I'm going to hop off.
Hold
on.
Okay, good night.
Hey.
What?
I'm going to hop off. I came by to give some props and a hello. Love you guys. And I'm a bounce.
All right, buddy. Love you, man.
Okay.
Ox said, Jenny's Motorboat Adventures.
Yeah, I just saw that.
I don't think that's what they mean by that, Ox. I think it's for, like, water travel.
That's less fun, though.
I'm not into water sports.
By that. And I don't know if
Word, Ben. I heard that. Word. It's a lot less fun.
I got to give myself a shot. Anybody want to watch? Ben, you want to watch my technique?
No, I'm okay. I'm doing questions. I have a really big test on Friday.
I'm not worried about giving myself shots because sticking things into my body doesn't bother me.
I've been practicing giving myself shots of whiskey.
There you go.
I do
Ox, the key. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny. What?
I do my IM shot in the tongue. Because it's
In
like
the tongue?
muscle, so I figure that's a safe place.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
think
haven't
I
heard
would
of
like to
anyone
watch
doing
a
that
video
before.
of that.
I was super mature today. I had a patient who is 69 years old and his room number was 420 and I was
Come on.
like, nice.
He's like, hey, yo, little bro, get me some gummies.
Yeah.
I'm in room 420. I think I should have some.
Yeah, like that sounds like the fun room to be in.
Maybe they should do that. Like, do some kind of a, like, every number represents something, and depending on your room number, you'll have these 3 things or 4 things in your room. But it'll be different every time because the numbers are always different. No 2 rooms will be the same. Like the 666 room can be like atheist shit.
Ben, would you like to hear a real
I got an idea, man. That would make hospitals more fun.
A real 1970s hospital story?
Oh no, this sounds like it's gonna be bad.
When I worked at a hospital in Milwaukee, I was a psychiatric attendant. And I worked on the psych unit, and I worked on the closed unit. And I got beat the fuck by one of the patients. And they really fucked up my back. And so the hospital, they want to take care of you, and so they put me in traction because that's what they did back then for like a month. And this, of course, was the hippie days, and I knew all these nurses on the floor where I was, and after midnight we'd all get together in my room and smoke dope.
Yes.
Seriously, that is fucking awesome.
Smoke in bed in those days.
Yeah, because they had like ashtrays in the bed in the hospital rooms. Yeah. Well, because men had to be allowed to be able to smoke, but you had to do it for every room, right? You can't just could do it just for men and not the women. So
this is how they determine that pot is good for pain there, huh?
Yeah, Jetty was part of the experiment.
They had no idea I was doing that. My mom was one of the administrators of the hospital. If I would have been caught, would have been hell to pay.
Deep shit.
That would have been so bad.
Deep shit, Jetty. That's what that's called. Fine, Mac. Fuck you, dude. I didn't want you here anyways.
Yeah, I was looking at the state of Minnesota Health Department site about the medical marijuana today.
Yeah.
And their list of conditions that allow for it, I qualify for 5 different conditions on that list.
What's on the list? Do you know off the top of your head?
Well, they listed Tourette's and autism as 2 of them, so. But yeah, also things of, any vocal or muscular tics.
I hadn't thought about that.
Pain issues.
Yeah, PTSD is usually one of them.
And chronic sleep issues.
Chronic sleep issues.
Oh, there I am.
Yep. Yeah, so like I said, I found 5 different things on that list I could qualify for if I could get a doctor to fill out the paperwork.
What do they say about chronic pain?
It was just on the list of, conditions that the medical marijuana is approved for, for a doctor to prescribe it. And actually the doctor that's handling my transition had mentioned that one of his associates is licensed for prescribing the medical marijuana.
Nice.
So yeah, I may be following up on that with him. Mostly if it would help with the sleep. That's always the biggest issue for me. Anything that would get me to sleep through the night, even once or twice a month, would be just fabulous.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to change something for just a second, then we'll go back to that. Anjur brought that up. So I want you guys to vote. Do you guys like the open mic thing thumbnail better, or do you like the B with all the words in it? I need a vote on that because I might just start using that for my open mics from now on.
I mean, it's nice. The B's nice.
I like the B, and it makes it very, distinctively separate from the root and branch thing, so you can see, which thing is which if people go to your page.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
The root and branch is a very attractive thumbnail.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're both nice, and I'm just saying that if you're simultaneously running the two different series, it's important to have them very distinctive, so if people go back to look for an episode, they can tell which is which.
Right. Yeah, for the Root and Branch, I actually, thank you, Ollie. I actually went and found a free, just a tree, like those, what are they called? Go to that one, those websites, they have just the black and white.
Clip art.
Clip art, thank you. I went and got a clip art tree, and I got a bunch of them and played with them, and I had some Celtic knot trees. But I wanted to originally, I never went back and finished it, but originally I had the, besides just Root and Branch on the bottom, I had the time it goes, my name was in, the big B symbol was in the wood, in black, and then there was 3 squares with question marks, and I fucked up the thumbnail and put the wrong time on it. So I never went back and fixed it. But anyway, so then the background I created myself, and I put the words in, of course. So,
ouch.
Okay, B it is. I got a bunch of votes for B. Are you okay, Jenny?
Yeah.
You stabbed the wrong thing.
No, I just poked a hole in myself. That's all.
Oh, does that hurt you that much every time?
It's worth it. Huh?
Does that hurt you that much every time?
No, it varies.
I'm confused. I thought the intent was to poke a hole in yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Purple.
And then fill it with this magic fluid.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ollie. Ollie said he was reading the icon as the thumbnail as he was waiting for the show to start. That's cool. Yeah, I found that somewhere, and it was just plain black and white like that. And so I did all the color changing and everything. That's all I really did for it. Put the background on it. But I like playing with that stuff for sure. I usually change things up more when I steal something from somebody, but I'm such a small channel, I don't think anybody's ever going to find it, so I'm not worried about it. And even with pictures like that, if you alter them at all, then they're does that void the copyright?
It doesn't void it, but it makes it pretty hard for the bot to pick them up, so they usually don't notice them.
All right, well, I'll add to it, maybe put like open mic and stuff in the times and stuff in the corners and put some
Most of my thumbnails are just stock pictures I found in a Google search.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even if you recrop them, the bots usually don't notice it's the same picture.
Okay. Yeah, I cropped it. It was much smaller.
Or
I blew
you could always go find someone and pay them for actual artwork instead of stealing other people's work.
Yeah, well...
But what's wrong with stealing other people's artwork it's on the internet, man. It's kind of free game.
You know, I would like to pay somebody to do artwork for my channel, but, you know, I don't have the money and I don't have anything I can trade them that I can send through the internet.
Well, then do your own artwork.
That's what I do all my stuff myself. I just play with it.
Yeah.
I downloaded Animatica for the videos. I downloaded the 3D paint for doing all the thumbnails and shit. And Animatica, so I don't have to have that fucking stamp on the bottom of it. I paid like $6 or $7 for the whole year for it. So it's pretty cheap. And with the $6 or $7, you can overlay like all kinds of pictures as much as you want. All these different audio tracks, you can switch it up and everything. It makes content creating actually really easy, and you can make it as long as you want. There's no limit for it.
Animatica? I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's Animatica. So
Can you send me a link for that later?
Yeah, I'll do it right now before I forget. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So you guys can find it. It's but it's cheap and it's easy to use. It's user friendly. And like I said, I don't think it was even $10 for me to let me find it. For me to pay for the year. I know it was less than $10.
Boy, I'm not even bleeding this time. Wow.
Good.
Well, that's either good or very bad. You know, I mean, it could be you're not bleeding because you died last week and just haven't realized it yet.
Well, I have been smelling kind of funny.
You're a vampire.
Yeah. That's what's going on. Well, you guys just talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to find this real quick, if that's okay.
I mean, I don't have much to say.
So, Ben, you want to talk about a medical situation and transgender?
Depends. I have a test on Friday, so my brain is like fried.
This isn't all that complex. It's not physically medical. It's
here. It is.
Okay, this is the last medical topic we get to have for tonight, and then I'm calling it.
Okay.
Well, it's not that kind of medical. It's more like
okay,
of legal stuff and
okay,
and
okay, we can do that.
I got misgendered by one of the rehab physical therapists.
There you go, Perks.
3 times.
How the hell did you
get it?
How does anybody misgender you right now?
With a person who has known me for 2.5 months.
I don't even get how they would do that. I don't.
That's why, Kat, you don't buy the kids the toys. You buy the display boxes off the stores for like $1 and then just let them play with the boxes. It's way more fun than any of the toys in the boxes.
And so I reported him to the person who was my primary physiotherapist responsible for my particular case.
Try Anna Monica today.
Although they have a team approach overall. And he took it up to the manager of the department. And today when I went in, they would not tell me, but I think the guy got fired.
Oh, snap. Well, maybe you should have.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious to hear your opinion about that.
I mean, it sounds like they were being an asshole. And
yeah,
if you're not gonna support all your patients and like their identities, then you can fuck off. Like at least you can pretend you care about people.
Does it matter at all if I tell you that I told the people when I was making the first complaint about it that I don't want anybody fired, I don't want anybody disciplined, I want them talked to and to apologize and get educated.
I'm not an HR person, so I have no opinions about like I don't think my opinions mean anything about like who should be working for an institution or who shouldn't be.
I'm just looking to shoot the shit about this.
I don't know. My brain is mush. I was hoping y'all would be able to have more conversations than me tonight. I'm just like, I'm here, but also not really here.
Yep.
Okay. That's
okay. We got Ollie coming in. He'll bring up a new topic.
Then, Ben. How do you feel about pork and beans?
How do I feel about pork and beans? I am a human trash can. I will eat anything. Love them.
Dude, I got to make some more like coffee and cereal. I should do that again.
That was so good.
It was so fucking good.
Don't forget to get your communion crackers.
Hi, Ollie.
Is this working?
On Friday is communion day.
Yeah, I got to get them tomorrow. Thank you for saying that.
Get your crackers.
Last time we were talking about it, I was really high and I forgot to write it in my notes.
What's a communion cracker?
Okay, it sounds like it's working.
We're having communion in my Twitch stream on Friday.
We can hear you fine, Ollie. They're just continuing to talk.
Oh.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I came in specifically to address what Jenny said there a few minutes ago. I would not be worried about that guy. One person complaining about somebody does not get somebody fired. Okay? There was probably multiple complaints about the guy being a dick, and that's why he got let go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
I would not be worried about that at all.
Yeah, I doubted he got fired if this was the first incident. That there were probably things on the record already they'd been warned about.
Yeah, I used to work in HR. Like one person complaining about somebody, Yeah, you'd note it. It'd be on the person's file. 4 or 5 or 7 people complaining about somebody. That's when you really have a real good sit down and talk to somebody. But any more than that, it's going to be okay. You're out the door, right? So that's yeah. That was my rule of thumb anyway. When you had people like, and it didn't matter what the complaints were. If the person was being rude in some type of way, that's the way you had to view it. I mean, they were misgendering you. That to me is ultimately just rude as fuck. You know,
Agreed.
Like,
and there's no cause for it. Jay does not look like a guy. That is ridiculous.
That and you corrected the person. You said they did it to you 3 separate times, and you corrected them on those times, right?
All in the same event.
But you corrected them after the first one, right? We
were the only 2 left in the exercise room, and he said blah 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 something and said sir, and I looked at him from across the room and I said, "Pardon me," and he said, "Sir."
Oh my God! What a dick!
Even the more incredulous, "Pardon me," and he said it. And he said it a 3rd time, and that's when I just shook my head, turned around, and walked away.
Just being a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sitting here in the dark without a shirt on, so I'm not turning my camera on. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm sitting here without a shirt on too. This is a green screen.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have it superimposed on my body.
There you go.
But I can tell. No, that's not true. But I can tell you one thing: I'm not wearing pants, and I never do. Yeah.
Neither do I.
I'm always in like boxers.
I'm 100% naked except for shoes. Well,
there you go.
High heels.
So wait a second. I high heels and nothing else.
Well, yeah.
That's bordering on fetish territory.
It's bordering on what?
Fetish territory.
Forget right. Bordering. No, that's way over into it.
It's definitely, yeah. It's gonna be, yeah. It's like right there. Yeah. All right, I found a place that sells them. I'm gonna have to walk into the Cornerstone Christian Bookstore. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, did I miss something? What are we buying?
I gotta go buy communion wafers tomorrow for our stream. We're gonna eat Jesus.
Sounds fun to me.
We're gonna put communion wafers in a bowl and pour wine over and eat it like it's a cereal.
Could I just get some white bread and smash it down really flat and pretend?
If I can't find any, I might have to do that. I mean, this place, I don't know where else to get them. I could go in the Catholic Church and try to steal them.
The communion wafers.
I'm getting some from Amazon.
The little white circles. Is that what you're getting? Those things?
Yeah, the wafers. Communion wafers.
Yeah, I'm getting the square ones because I was evangelical, so that's the one. Those are the ones that we use.
Oh, the little square. Yeah. I gotta get the round ones because it was.
You know, those things are just
get
like
yourself a pen or
popcorn, packing popcorn.
Yeah, get yourself a pen or a pencil and write on it the names of different body parts. That way you can say, "I'm eating Jesus' foot."
Oh my God, that's funny. Except I don't want to eat anything that I would have to be able to write on it with.
Get some edible ink or something.
Hey, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't think I want to
use
that.
Beet juice. Use beet juice to write on them.
Beet juice, yeah. Any type of vegetable juice to make a stain on it.
You could just, you could just put you could just use the wine.
Forearm,
and just
hand.
put a letter on each one, like K for a kidney, K for a kidney, L for a liver, H for a heart.
Penis.
You know, I mean, they pretty much all have different first letters, anyways. So.
Toenail number 1, toenail number 2,
TN1, TN2, right? Do 10 of those, and then when you're done, let me know, and then we'll try to eat some of that shit because you're going to be there for like hours doing that with the fucking.
I'm just gonna make a bowl of cereal. I'm just gonna make a bowl of cereal and do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna dump some wafers in a bowl and just pour some wine on top of it.
Yeah,
Hell
the whole point is just to look as sacrilegious as possible.
Yeah, no, you're right, Anjur. You are right. You cannot use bread because it's leavened. It has been risen.
You can use matzah. You can use matzah though. Matzah's fine.
Yeah, you could actually buy like the matzah balls, the hard ones.
Yeah, I'll buy the matzah crackers. I like those.
Yeah, get the matzah crackers and pour wine on them. That's
then
fine.
I could make hopple popple too.
Harmonica Man said, buy non-bread and flavored dipping oils from time to time. And by the way, you don't have to do that, Randy. The spices in those are basic. Most dipping oils just have a common Italian seasonings in them with some garlic. So you can actually buy this. Roasted garlic and herb. And it's in like a, grinder top. And you can put that in dipping oil, and it's the same thing as spending all that fucking money at the store. Just buy a big ass thing of extra virgin olive oil and use this. Same shit. Save you a lot of money.
I'm excited for Friday communion. It's gonna be great. Like, I think that's the
Friday
best thing that we're gonna do. Like, even like not as iconic as Burios, but still like probably the biggest statement we will make on my channel.
What are we gonna call it? Jasirios? Jasirios? Jesusos?
We need some creative names.
Yeah, you guys come up with some. That's a good idea. I'm gonna involve you guys in it this time. You guys come up with some creative names that you think that involves like Cheerios, cereal, Jesus, and you come up with some creative names with those, preferably Cheerios, and then
Special J.
You could call him Jesus, but then that would only be good if you're eating cheese.
Jesus,
Special J.
Yeah, there you go. Or how about?
Save your flakes.
Jesus. No, it doesn't start with an H. I'd say if it starts with an H, you could use like Jesus, Cheerios, Christ. But it would, it doesn't go along with the Jesus H Christ thing.
Jesus, Jesus nut flakes. Yeah.
You could get pretzel sticks, like the thin pretzel sticks, and put them through the Cheerios and call them the palms of Christ.
Oh my!
I like Captain Christ.
Lack of God.
That's great.
I forgot to close the cabinet. The cat was in it.
I think Captain Christ is
sure. Winner. No, it has to do with Cheerios though. We need Cheerios. Or wafers or something. Well, I guess we could do something
Captain
like,
Crunch is fine.
We could do Captain Christ. I guess we
Christ.
could do that. Yeah, we should find a picture of like a very evil looking pirate, and then we could like maybe have him like this, and then like put holes in his hands or something.
Can we just get like a picture of a Captain Crunch box and just Photoshop Jesus's face on top of the pirate?
Dude, you know what I could do? I could get a picture of Jesus and then split them up like they used to with the pigs and the diagrams of how to butcher a pig.
Oh my god!
Like ... flank. ...
That's so terrible.
Hindquarter.
That's so terrible.
We're gonna eat him anyways. What's the matter? Thank you.
Well,
thank you. We should do that with him on the cross, so he's naked. It would be easier to dissect him.
If you do that, if you do that though,
I'm fucked up. Look, my brother left because I'm too fucked up. It's okay. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
If you do that, you should number each of those spots, and then you could roll a dice to say, okay, we're now eating this part, and have it like a roulette wheel of what part of Jesus you get to eat.
Yes. God,
sin of men, toast crunch. Fucking love you, Jeff.
That's actually hilarious because it's communion, so that works so much.
Oh my god, it might be that one. You guys are gonna have to work hard to type that. He put Christ Krispies. But no, sin of men, toast crunch is so far the best.
For the communion, yeah. And it is basically toast, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean basically it's just little thin pieces of bread that are unleavened. And
how about rice Christies?
Oh, Rice Christies? Oh. Fuck.
Can we just have our own like blasphemous cereal business?
Rice Christies.
Snap.
Still, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough to top Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I feel like, yeah.
You guys are gonna have to work hard to beat Jeff on that one. Jeff might be the winner.
That one is, and it just fits the mission too with the communion.
Oh, nice, Onjur. Christios instead of Cheerios. Christios. That's pretty good.
I can see your house from here. Oatmeal.
No, it's for Sarah Palin. Not for, not for can't. Oatmeal? It's Russia. Shouldn't it be like gruel or something?
Okay. Muesli.
There you go.
Oh my
It's funny you said that. My doctor gave me a recipe for that. So she has this recipe, and it makes like a big container of like homemade. You get the ingredients yourself, put it all together, kind of stuff.
Oh, I love
And she uses it for cereal.
Yeah,
that's what she eats for cereal.
Yeah,
and she's like, it's really good for you. It's all got like good natural sugars in it, and blah blah blah. So she's like, here, take that with you. When I went to my appointment, so it's in my truck. Don't tell her that.
I love muesli and granola. It's
I love granola
thing for breakfast, and I always add brown sugar to it.
Oh, well, she would get mad at me. That's not the point, Jenny. I'm trying to cut down on my sugar.
I grew up with 1950s breakfast. I have to have sugar.
You could get a box of corn pops and call them Jesus balls.
You know what the matzo balls could be Jesus balls too. Hold on. What's I gonna say? Oh my God, you guys are too much. I can't even. Oh my God, Ox, what do you have? Did you find a picture of him like a pig? Quartered up or what? Hold on.
What did you?
It says, Captain Christ, are you saved?
Yeah, but you need that hat. It's got to have that hat.
We need a Sin of Men Toast Crunch box.
Well, if they put the hat on, then he would look like an actual pirate instead of Jesus. So I think they left it off intentionally. That is great, though. That is great. Hey, Ox, get me the one where there's lines on them like the pigs, flank, hindquarters. Because we're going to be eating them, so we might as well, go all the way with it.
I still think Sin of Men Toast Crunch is...
It's really still the best. It's true.
That's just too funny.
Sin of Men Toast Christ.
What the hell is this? Does anybody else know Sexy Bunny? On Twitter?
Nope.
No.
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. Envy
Actually,
Alexander?
I think I have run into that.
Just boobs up in the picture?
Oh, no. That doesn't ring a bell. It rings something else, though.
He, they, Zeezer. Not bad to look at, I guess. Anyways, that should be fun. Put a little spice in Twitter. Oh yeah, you're right, Jer. I should ask Randolph about it. That's a good idea. Randolph's got all kinds of Jesus memes. It's a good point. So, anyways, I think Christian fell asleep. Any votes on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
probably.
It's possible.
Ollie, what say you? Okay, Purple, what do you think? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I think Purple fell asleep.
No, I was trying to.
No, Purple's playing with her pussies.
No, I was trying to download that software, but it keeps directing me to a Microsoft page that supposedly is to download it and won't do anything.
Well,
weird.
It's not meant to work.
Weird. That's really weird. Hold on.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a way for me to share it off of my computer. I wonder if there's some kind of way to get in, I don't know, find downloads for it or something. Let me look real quick.
Well,
it's a great little studio, though, at least for beginners. What is this?
Hey, Dr. Ben, is there any way to get rid of these chicken wings I have?
Eat them.
Chicken wings? Yeah, eat them.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give you another link. Perps, hold on. It's just a different page in a similar site, but I don't know if that's going to. It's about transferring files, but it's still the main website for.
Yeah, well, it looks like
I pulled it right off.
I was just
Okay, I pulled it right off.
Maybe my browser's spamware thing or something is being too aggressive and preventing it from loading the page it's supposed to download from.
Yeah, it might be. You might have to like allow that one page to load or something. I don't know. I don't even have any security shit on mine, so I don't fucking. But I don't do anything but stream on this. You know, like I don't go onto like porn sites or anything with my fucking laptop. So I'm not gonna ruin my laptop like that. I do that shit on my phone. Besides, it's easier to take a phone and go to bed than it is to take the whole laptop with you. Okay, well, that was good Dead Space. Jenny knows Alex.
Yeah, I don't have any video screens in my bedroom. You know, all the health hygiene things that they always give me. You know, the sleep hygiene, rather.
Right.
That's one of the first things they always have in there. And it's like, yeah, there is no light in my bedroom.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
Yes, I love this.
I think that's a winner right there, buddy.
Yeah, I would say.
We still need a picture for Sin of Men Toast Crunch, though.
You know what, Alex? I'm going to send you my
name.
email so I can get it on my laptop easier because it's hard to pull pictures off of Twitter sometimes. Yeah, I'll give you my email. If you don't mind, buddy.
Okay, so are we going to have a whole line of atheist oat cereals?
Yeah, I mean, let's go with it. I mean, can everybody else think of anything that's any other like apostles or Noah or
I feel
Moses?
Like
Crucifix.
I feel like we need to pick on other religions too if we're being atheist. Like, I mean, we can pick on the Christians, but we should also pick on everybody else.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that. I can agree with that. That's where the matzo balls come in.
Yeah, we got to pick on all religions.
The Jesus balls. Yeah, absolutely. See,
I don't know. I liked the idea of doing a Noah themed cereal, and you could have it full of little marshmallow animals.
Muhammad crisps.
Yes. I like the animal marshmallows. That's great.
Oh yeah, you could totally do that, right?
A genocide
in the milk. Bowl. Every bowl, every box has one little arc in it. So you pour it out and you pour the milk in it and it floats.
And it kills all the other animals in the bowl.
And then as it gains water, it gets bigger and you can put the animals on it and play. You can play Ark while eating breakfast.
And the longer it's in there, the more poop that falls out of it and into your milk.
Ark animal crackers.
Sorry, Judy, we already got Captain Christ.
They always come out in twos. Ark animal crackers.
It would be funny if somebody did that and every animal was like attached to another animal, but they were just kind of separated, like little wedges of animal cookie crackers in there, and they just hold them.
That sounds like something that Ken Ham already did.
Maybe.
Or would have already done.
Oh, shit.
If we're going to pick on other religions, then there's always the thing you have on toast. I can't believe it's not Buddha.
Yeah. We're just having a whole breakfast.
I was trying to think of a good Buddha one.
A whole breakfast line. Can we make this? We need a meme.
I love Buddha on my French toast.
Yes. Oh, a whole breakfast line. We need Pope tarts.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pope tarts. This just sounds like we need a meme page. Can we start a meme page?
Hold on. I'm coming up with one right now.
Jehovah Juice?
Cardinal Crunch?
Cardinal Crunch.
Yeah.
Instead of
I had the
Captain Crunch.
Cardinals in there too. They're the ones protecting the fucking priests.
Yep.
Cardinal Crunch and Monk Monk Muesli or something. I don't know.
Shaolin wafers.
Shaolin. You gotta find something that rhymes with it. It's better, you know. You gotta have something that flows real good. Shaolin. I gotta think about that one. Krishna Krispies. I clicked on that one by accident. I didn't even see it. Some of us spent more time we can never get back. Yeah, right, Junie?
Hey, Junie.
Oh God, are you serious?
What?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
What?
Choice cuts,
Choice
right?
cuts.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
And then over to the side, there's like arms, other. Wait, there's more. Brain.
Okay. Send that to me.
Front, back, and
Rocky Mountain
legs.
Oyster?
Can you send all these to me so I can put them in my Twitch stream so we can share them on my big screen when we're eating the cereal?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because we'll have to talk about it with the audience.
I think it's letting me copy them and save them, Ox. I don't think you have
You
to
guys
email
do
them
realize
to me. Never mind.
that if Christianity is real, that we're all going to hell, right?
No, actually, that according to my brother, that's not true. Only if you believe and then act like you don't believe. They're the only ones that God doesn't want anything to do with. Any atheist or whatever, they don't care as long as when the day comes and the world's falling apart that you say, okay, I'll go. That's all you need to do. It doesn't matter until that point in time.
Well,
so don't waste your life chasing around any kind of fucking bullshit. Anybody out there, it doesn't fucking matter if my brother's correct.
So what was it? What was that philosopher's name who had that principle about that? Fuck.
Here's one that exists.
What, you mean
already.
Pascal's wager?
Isn't that great?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pascal's
I
wager.
love you, Ox. I love you, man.
Ox is
Heavenly
my
hash
favorite.
browns.
Well, I'm still going under the assumption that if the Christians have it all right, I'd rather go to hell anyway, because I think eternal torture would be easier to tolerate than eternal boredom.
And eternal worship, yeah.
It says Jeebus Atheist.
Yeah.
Jeebus Atheist choice cuts.
I love how it's spelled atheist, like the most supreme atheist, the most atheist person.
Yeah, it's the Jeebus Atheist, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but the fact that it's IEST, that spelling is my favorite.
It's a
It's
good
like,
thing
I'm
that
the
they set up the
atheist.
precedent with the wine and fishes story. Otherwise, we would have been having to figure out how they ran, how they still had so much Jesus left all these years later.
Right. Oh my God, dude, those are killing me.
I mean,
There's
yeah,
gonna be
so
so many
funny.
people pissed when we do.
I wonder if you
We're gonna
calculate
offend a lot of
that out,
people.
with how
It's
many
gonna be
communion wafers are consumed each year, how many Jesuses have been eaten by now.
Oh,
So
well,
many
I'm
people.
sure probably all 24 of them, according to my brother.
There were 24 Jesuses?
Yeah, Ox, I just
He
got
says
them.
that this is the 24th because it
Okay.
says in the Bible that there was 23 other people at the right hand of God, and the only ones that are allowed directly at the right hand of God, besides the angels and the beasts, are Jesus.
Okay,
So if
I
there's
don't remember
23
that.
of them, this one that doesn't know he's Jesus yet, because he said that in the Bible it says that Jesus doesn't know he's Jesus yet, and the Bible's an absolute 100% manual for Jesus.
Wait a minute.
That's what he says.
What you're saying? You're saying that Donald Trump could be Jesus? Is that,
No.
No, we're hearing.
Look, what kind of a fucking God do you think there is out there besides none?
Dude brings pestilence.
Right?
I'm surprised nobody said deviled eggs.
I already sent him to him, Ox, but thank you, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were sending them.
Deviled
He said
eggs are
twice
already a
that-
thing,
Any
though.
more fine though, just send them to
Same with
Ben.
heavenly hash browns.
I know. But that's more like something that goes with eggs.
Deviled eggs and heavenly hash browns. Yes.
Oh, okay, I can dig it. Deviled ovaries and heavenly hash brown. I don't know, something.
Well, you could have an end day cereal that you have pieces that are flavored like angel food cake and devil's food cake.
Maybe you could do it like heavenly gallbladder or something. I don't know. Make it an organ.
Yes.
We will fuck with this. It's definitely gonna happen. It's gonna be fun.
Sin of Man Toast Crunch is still the best.
Sin of Man Toast Crunch is literally the best one I have ever
That is
heard.
the best one that we've had. I love it. We are keeping it.
Bible bacon. Is that like Bible belt? I'll eat that belt if it's made out of bacon. I'm not going to eat the Bible, and I'm not going to swallow what the Bible has to say, but I'll eat the fucking bacon. I love bacon.
Can I use the bacon as a belt?
What's that?
Can I use the bacon as a belt? Is it a belt of bacon?
I mean, sure, man. If that's your thing, do it. Maybe you can find some hot person to eat the belt off of you.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like bacon. Or you might be chased around the neighborhood by dogs. I mean, one of the two is going to happen.
I mean, I was thinking just in the context of my own house in some kinky way, but...
Oh, my God.
Holy haggis.
Instead of eggs Benedict, eggs bishopric with all end days sauce. Thank you. You have now won lunch and dinner. Launcher.
Yep.
Lunch and dinner is yours. Actually, dinner's yours, I guess. Well, I don't know. People eat that for what? Breakfast or lunch?
Breakfast. It's like a brunch thing.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So
you got like brunch. Yeah, Jerwin's brunch.
But we all know the brunch is the best because the gays just like made brunch what it is.
Dagon dips and coffee. Nope, try harder, Randy.
How about
you're competing against Jur and Jeff, so you better.
How about holiday foods?
Holiday foods?
Yeah.
Oh, like the Christmas turkey or something?
Maybe.
What do you mean? Or the Christmas ham and the Thanksgiving turkey. I don't know why I said that. Osiris O's. I can dig that. I can dig that, Randy.
Yahweh Yule log.
Yahweh Yule log? Oh, that's pretty good.
But that's not
But you should make it look like a penis, I think. Or a hunk of shit. One of the two. My opinion. I mean, if you make a log, it's going to look like a lump of shit anyway, so you might as well just own it.
Okay, so we're not just doing breakfast, we're going to do the whole day now?
Yep, we're on to brunch right now.
Okay, so we should have ramen noodles.
Did you say Romulan noodles?
Raw noodles.
Well, Romulan is Star Trek. Come on now.
Star Trek is a religion.
It is.
Star Trek is a religion. It is a hardcore religion.
Actually, I think it was Omaha that there was a social service office that had placed an ad in the newspaper that they needed someone who could translate Klingon.
So
because apparently there were people who were actually claiming Klingon as their religion, and they needed to be able to accommodate it.
Oh my god!
Hilarious.
So if we're going on to lunch and we're going to add Star Wars in on this, since it's considered a religion, then I present to you the Hans sandwich.
We got the Star Wars.
The hand sandwich.
We were talking Star Trek.
They're both religions.
Whatever.
Well, Jedi's be a religion, yeah.
Yeah, Jedi are a religion.
Yeah, so instead of Han Solo, it's hand sandwich.
Yeah, Robot Chicken already did a thing about Admiral Akbar cereal.
Fried
I
loop.
think it was supposed to be like brine shrimp flavored.
Oh, really?
It's
that
a
sounds
trap.
disgusting.
Yeah, it just sounds like a trap to me.
It's a trap.
Sounds horrible. I'm good.
I thought I was the trap.
No, not thirst trap.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let me tell
Yeah,
you,
like
man.
I hope that's the one you're trying to say.
Like, I'm on TikTok, and there's all these lesbians out there trying to do thirst trap shit, and I'm like, do you realize you're pandering to a bunch of butch lesbians? Because that's who you're all connected to on here.
Wait,
There ain't no femi chicks seeing that shit. Except for the
Thirst
ones
trap?
that are taken. It's a bunch of butch lesbians that hang out. I'm like, why? Yeah, it's when you try to act all like cool and suave or sexy or something and get someone to like slide into your DMs and give you a message. And
oh,
they're just
okay.
looking, they're bragging. That's what they're doing. And they're good looking people, all of them. All the straight guys that do it, the butch lesbians that do it, they're all really good looking people. I don't blame them for bragging a little bit, but after like the second one, you just unsubscribe. You're like, no, that's all you're doing. It's literally all you're doing is taking some song that's popular on TikTok right now and either slightly dancing to it to make yourself look sexy, or you're just showing off. So if that's what you're here for, then I'm looking for content. So I just get rid of them. So that's that.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have the context for that. I only knew the trap as a trans reference.
Yeah, I was like, there's a slur there.
Oh. I didn't. What? Trap? What?
Trap is a slur term for, actually it's more like cross-dressers, guys who dress as women to get guys to have sex with them.
It's mostly used against trans women, which is why it's like acceptable for Jenny to say things like that. But like the rest of us could not get away with saying something like
Hey,
that.
I got another holiday food. How about Bethlehem's?
Damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Damn, Ox. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to know what you're getting in the Twitter from Ox.
I'm sending it to you right now, dude.
Okay.
Well, I
Although
always
I
wondered
prefer
if
mine baked, not in milk.
I had wondered if you sit and eat a whole
Oh my
box of
God.
communion wafers. Is that being snack religious?
Oh!
Sacrilegious.
Damn! You should put that in the title. Ben, put that in the title.
Hey,
Tonight we're being snack religious.
you could make those in a sugared variety for snack religious people.
But don't spell anything like the normal spelling because I don't want a bunch of Christians coming over. I don't want to deal with that shit. Thank you, Ollie, for returning. I did not kick him out.
Powder,
that was on me.
Powder sugar.
Picard. Oh,
Powdered
what?
sugar communion wafers for the snack religious in you.
Picard pancakes, Will Wheaties. I like Will Wheaties. That's actually really good, Randy. Will Wheaties. Hell yeah, man. Okay, everybody want to see the picture? Oh, fuck. Okay, you got this guy, Quaker, right?
Yeah, the Quiff's Martian.
That's horrible. I love it though.
I said I prefer mine roasted or rotisserie. Just saying. I've heard they taste like chicken. Hebrews coffee. Oh, TU. Ouch. Your initial should now be PU. That one was pretty rough, dude. Like really. Hebrews coffee. Wait a minute, I thought we were moving on to lunch. Why are we still stuck on breakfast? Although they're brilliant.
Because we had ideas, okay?
Look. Holy crepe. I once had a Wookiee steak. The meat was a bit chewy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ox, kick him out for time him out for 300 seconds. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So I'm calling this this week we're taking a break from meet and greet to have Friday communion snackrillage.
You gotta don't spell communion or religion or anything regular. I'm serious because they will find you. You have to misspell it all. Do it phonetically instead, so when you read it, it reads right, but it's not spelled properly. That's what I do if I don't want the Christians finding me. No, because then they'll look up religion and they'll be like, "Oh, what is this?" And they'll be in the chat going, "You're a bunch of psychos." Especially when we show the baby in the milk
point
picture.
to be offensive though?
How about alcoholic drinks too?
I just don't want to deal with
so I could have a little gin.
I'm fine dealing with them. I got mods.
Wait a minute. What'd you say? Hold on, Ben. What'd you say,
We
Jenny?
should include alcoholic drinks so I can have some Genesis.
Genesis.
I like
really
it.
Yeah, Titan's really on this.
Hey, if you're going for
Hindus.
snacks, you could go with the brie of knowledge
Well, anybody who can
or
come
the
up with
brie of good and evil.
Heinous has got to be pretty smart for this kind of stuff.
FLT, foreskins, lettuce, tomato on rye. Oh,
I was just thinking you could serve pork rinds and call them fried foreskins.
avocado with red wine vinegar, holy guacamole. For Hindus, non-believer.
Yep. I like the
Smormons.
Smormon.
You guys are not making these up. You're looking these up on Google. I'm not stupid. There's no way you're coming up with these this fast. There's no fucking way. There's no way. It's too funny. They're just too funny.
You're all too funny to be real.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Tell what I meant. They're just coming up so fast. Actually, donuts are the most religious food. Their holiness cannot be denied.
You could say the same thing about Cheerios, though.
Oh my God.
Fruit-
I
Fruit
love
Loops.
puns and you guys are starting to hurt me.
Fruit Loops are
Allah-
gay Cheerios.
A la carte.
Oh my
So
God.
all is separate. Well, there you go. That's accurate. That goes. Yeah, you have to buy that on the side. To buy Allah on the side. Oh my God, dudes. You know, tomorrow's Thursday, and it's my shortest day of the week, and I love Thursdays. If I have to work, I like a Thursday. Out
I
the
get to
door
go
at,
disc golfing after work on
2:15.
Thursdays. I
Huh?
like Thursdays. I get to go disc golfing after work on Thursdays. I like Thursdays too.
Oh yeah, I just get off early. Instead of getting done at 5, I'm done at like 2 or 2:15.
I like
sometimes
Thursday.
2:30.
I like Thursdays because I'm done with all my medical appointments for the week and I get to sleep in as late as I want.
I love it. 7 grain Adventist breads.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Ox's FLT was pretty good too. Foreskins, lettuce, and tomato on rye. But do you put Miracle Whip or mayonnaise on that, Ox? I feel like it's a discussion that needs to be had. What goes well with foreskins? I mean, I wouldn't know.
Well, it's got to be Miracle Whip if it's Jesus, right?
Foreskins.
That kind of makes sense.
The best thing with foreskins is I shouldn't say this.
Ben's trying to make me lose a perfectly good hit. Stop, Ben. Go ahead, Jenny.
The best thing with foreskins would be orange juice.
What? Orange juice. What?
Orange juice.
Joe.
Oh my God, you're too fucking much. I laughed so hard, Ben, I forgot what you said. What did you say? That
Oh,
was so
I said
funny.
it has to be Miracle Whip if it's Jesus.
Oh yeah. Miracle Whip. It has to be Miracle Whip on the FLT.
They're gonna take your channel away for this.
Wait a minute. You could do this. You could make it a whole recipe, right? Like rye bread, foreskins, lettuce, tomato, Miracle Whip, the salt from Sodom and Gomorrah.
And the 7th grain Adventist bread.
The 7th grain Adventist bread.
Well, you know, rabbis usually don't charge for doing a brisk. They do it for the tips.
Ooh.
Boo!
Yeah, did you
know-
hear about the one who saved them all, made them into a wallet, but if you rubbed it, it turned into a suitcase?
What?
What?
You broke up.
Say it again, Jenny.
I can't.
The rabbi who saved all the foreskins to make a wallet, but if you rubbed it, it became a suitcase.
I am.
Let's go now.
Oh my God.
Suddenly we've
Spear
gotten off
point
into
poppers. Crucifixion rack of ribs. Ben, you have to use that.
This is just becoming our little atheist dinner time.
Wait a minute. You could call it a kebab and do a spear skewered rack of ribs kebab.
True. No, actually, it was funny because I was in Phoebe's chat today because she was interviewing Puck, and we were talking about because Puck was like eating cheese puffs on stream. I was like, "Hey, mukbangs are my thing," and then we start talking, and there was this idea brought up that I should start a show that's like it's just everyone that like all the atheists doing mukbangs, and it's like the atheist dinner table where we just like. Just atheists like doing mukbangs.
Oh my god!
And now we have ideas.
Look, you could also get little like cutouts of cute little babies and line them up in front so the meat's behind it, and they just see us like pulling meat off of the bone and eating it.
Baby eating.
You gotta put some rocks up there too, because rocks are big too, and atheists love rocks.
Shouldn't those kebabs actually be Beelzebubs?
Yeah. Also, Ox, you need bread. You need unlimited bread to go with your all-you-can-eat fish and wine.
Sunday buffet,
Yes,
all
I
you
was
can
just
eat
thinking
fish
that.
and wine.
Yeah, you need bread too. You gotta have the loaves of bread.
You guys are just on a roll. You are fucking killing me, man. I can't even. You're making me laugh so hard I can't even come up with one by myself. Revelations 3-alarm chili. Is it super
Jenny's
duper hot?
The last chili you'll ever eat.
Babies. Babies.
It'll put some hair on your chest. Briskets and gravy. Kababies, yeah. Purgatory pie.
Yeah, just remember to drink all your Kool-Aid. It's gospel grape.
I think it should be Pop-Tarts. Purgatory Pop-Tarts.
This
God.
is just too funny.
It will feel like hell coming out the next day. The 3-alarm, the revelation. It'll give you a revelation when you take a shit the next day.
Lamb of God chops.
We could make pickle bread with real dildo. Tony, you took it too far. That's it. Time him out. That's too much. Be cutting up no dildos, man.
You can't forget the vegetables, though. You know, you need your roughage.
Oh, we're talking about real food we can eat, not fake ones. We're not cutting up dildos into the food.
So
We're
you
talking
could
about
have
real
a
food
mark
you
of
can
the
eat.
beets.
The mark of the beets?
Yeah. Revelation. Never mind.
You could put them in a white container and then like draw like a fucking pentagram on the outside. The mark of the beets.
Satan sandwich.
Resurrection twice cooked pork. We had to kill it again.
You could have deviled ham on your Satan sandwich.
Oh, brisk cuts is foreskins. Oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry, I'm not Jewish. I don't study those things. The reincarnation turducken. I like the resurrection pork better, Von Rick. Yeah, Jeff. Titan already said that one. Brisket. Unsure. Okay.
This is just a lot.
Did we just beat that horse into the ground, or is there more? Today's menu at B and Ben's First Baptist Bar and Grill.
Oh my God.
At the First Baptist Bar and Grill, we have a variety of food that we shall serve you. Come one atheist, come all.
Get a free baby with every purchase.
The menu is sure to be appetizing. Get one. I can't.
Get a free baby.
Can't do it. A free baby with every 20-piece Jesus leg meal. Give him a little plastic, like those little Cupid doll babies. Here you go. Here's your baby.
Yeah.
Hand them out. You can get them for like 20
Mark
cents
of the
or something.
beats.
No. It's got to be an edible baby.
Oh, okay. Well, who the hell nobody has time to make babies like that? They'll be rotten babies by the time we get them to anybody.
Mark of the beats.
Well, you can make them out of fondant, so they'd be a dessert item.
Ah,
Yeah.
Could. You can make little baby cakes with the fondant on them.
Yep.
babies.
You could improve your meat with Joseph and marinade.
A Joseph and marinade.
Marinade, yeah.
Marinade. Okay, I like it. I like it. Jonah fish and chips. No, Jonah's big fish and chips.
Mm-hmm.
Got to say big in there. Jelly babies. Yeah, you could do jelly babies, sure. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ox. Did you like it? I was pretty proud of it, buddy. I liked it. A couple times I slurred some words, but just know when you guys are listening to that, I was really high through all of those recordings. So there's a couple things that I kind
Is
of
that
like.
the only way you can handle Bible verse?
Pretty much, perps. No, I just like to be high when I'm not at work. So the first one I did at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and sent it over to Jim. Like I was all proud of myself, right? It's like, dude, check this out. I sent it to him. He's like, oh man. And honestly, he swear to God, he said, I'm not trying to brag, but he really said, damn, man, I got to step up my game. Yours sounds pretty good. And I was like, well, thank you. He said, I consider that a big compliment coming from you. Cause Jim and I just started hanging out and, I respect him. He's intelligent and he's got a lot of good content. So I took it as a big compliment. I said, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. And he said, yeah, this is great. You do know there's 3 more parts, right? And I was like, what? And he's like, oh yeah, this is a 4-part series. There's 3 more parts down there for you. I was like, shit. So this is like 9 o'clock in the morning. I just got up. I'm half asleep. And I was like, well, I can't do it with my fan on because it causes a background staticky sound when I'm recording. I can't do it with the AC on. I have to do it first thing in the morning or late at night or I'll sweat my ass off in here at, when it's 90, 95 degrees out in the high desert. So like, fuck it. I had just gotten out of bed, just got a cup of coffee. I was still naked and I was like, fuck it. And I just recorded the whole thing sitting there butt ass naked, smoked a fucking bowl, read it a couple times and recorded it. And, the last part 4, I did in like 2 takes. I was really happy with myself, but part 1 had a big bunch of big fucking words in it, man. Cyrenaica. That was just one of the places listed in there, So it's they had some tongue twisters in it.
Hey guys, it's been fun laughing it up with you, but I'm going to drop out. I'll talk to you all later.
Okay.
Good night. Yeah, it's late where you are. Yeah, man, go to bed. Go to bed. Have a good night.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
Yeah,
you guys killed me.
Pretty late.
Thank you for that.
10 o'clock.
Babble, bites, and scrambled tongues. Jonas sounds more like all you can eat fish. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Purple. All that can eat you fish or all that can. Oh, okay. Yeah. You both typed in at the same time. That's hilarious. Anyways, what do you think, Jenny?
Not much. What do you think? I find it very difficult to think. My brain hurts and I get all sweaty and stuff.
Well,
my contacts were bugging me, so I didn't take them out.
Too much effort into thinking that
I don't
most
blame you.
people in the southern states don't make a habit of it.
Oh, thinking?
Yep.
Yeah, well.
Thinking's a lot.
I just don't get it, man. I don't get how these people can spend their whole life chasing something that I think most of them know is not true.
Well, okay. I think that they have just completely gone over it when they're not willing to get the vaccine because they say it's not FDA approved. So instead, they're going to take horse dewormer.
Mm-hmm.
I have a statement about that.
Where's the logic there?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know where there is no logic in it. There is no logic in it.
I wonder if the rumor got started that it would be effective against it.
The CDC, I don't know who started that shit. I have no idea, but it's like
actually,
everywhere.
I had heard that it got started from a comment on Fox News. That's one of the Fox News commentators suggested that this could help.
They would never do that on
Surprise.
Fox News.
They never lie on Fox News.
Yeah, I know. They need to believe in something, Ox. I know they need a crutch, and that's really what it is. And that's why I'm more compassionate towards atheists, because we don't have that crutch. And that's why I think we should support each other more. But on the flip side of that comment, what Purple was talking about, I read on the CDC website today that the FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccines. So no more bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, they approved it yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday. Okay, I just saw it today.
But yeah,
And
Supposedly
Moderna's
next week.
Moderna submitted the paperwork, but they just have to get the final approval.
They can only do so much at once.
Yep.
Astra, what's up?
Astra.
You want to come in?
yeah.
Let me know if you want to come up. I'll give you a
But
link.
They have
Tractor
actually
Supply
started-
Company
They have
has had to put up signs in their stores about the horse dewormer not being approved for humans, so they are not liable for any use.
It's all over the place. Yeah, it's it's on like
The
the
feed stores
CDC
are,
has
are
all a
putting-
bunch of shit, and
Yeah. But just that Tractor Supply was putting up the sign that if you're going to use this on yourself, don't blame us. You can't sue us afterward.
Yeah, Greyheart said, why is it always Fox? Because Fox is controlled by the wrong people, Sunshine. That's why.
Astra.
All right, let me give you a link there, Chicky.
Well, Fox and the Republicans have to review their strategy because killing off your own customers tends to lead to a diminished repeat business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's been one of my hopes of all this. All these people that are like devout Christians and these patriots, blah, blah, blah. And I say eots like idiot. All these people, they're literally just wiping out their own kind.
Remember,
So I'm thinking if a bunch of them die, that maybe Christianity will be less prominent and maybe this patriotic shit will calm down. And I don't want anybody hurt, but if they're going to do it themselves, there's got to be some benefit to it at the end of the day for society as a whole.
Well, unfortunately, the problem is that
if they're going to do it themselves. Thank you, Astra.
the problem is that between the time they get infected and the time they die, they're just walking petri dishes for breeding new variants and spreading them to other people.
That's the problem I have with it. And this is the thing. There was a doctor and he went on, it was on TikTok. And he's probably about 5 years into his MD. He's a newer doctor. But he was like, look, listen, everybody. Nobody's trying to take your rights away. If you don't want the vaccine, that's okay. But if you're not going to take the vaccine, you have no right to endanger other people because you're taking away their freedoms. So stay at home. Stay at home and isolate yourself until all this is over, and then get tested and make sure you don't have it before you walk out into society. Do not leave your house because you're endangering other people and you're infringing on their freedoms. So if you want the freedom of not getting vaccinated, then give them the freedom of you staying in your house so they're safe.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, just today,
I like it.
signs appeared in our building again that they're again requiring masks for all residents and anybody who's coming to work in the building.
Yeah, it's starting. They're doing now. All the hospitals are requiring people to be vaccinated, and there's people being fired because they won't get vaccinated. They're like, "It's my right," and they're like, "No, you work." See, here's the thing.
The right to get
Let
fired.
me explain it. Let me explain it to you guys like this. So, for instance, where I live, you can get medical marijuana. It's legal to have it here. Go to Colorado, it's legal to smoke all you want up there. It's recreational. You can just walk in with your ID and buy the shit and walk right out the door. They don't question you. You don't need a reason or anything. But those companies that everybody works for, they are well within their rights because you signed an employment contract. When you signed the employee paperwork, you said, yes, it's okay if you fire me because I smoke pot. And now they can fire you and you can't say a goddamn thing about it. It's in the paperwork. Yep. You signed it. You agreed to it as soon as you said, yes, I will take this job. And you showed up on your first day. So don't get mad. Don't get mad because they piss test you. Go somewhere like I did that they don't give a fuck.
Well, another thing that is bolstering the company's confidence with this was the Supreme Court Justice reviewed the case for Indiana University and said that the Supreme Court will not hear the case about their vaccination mandates that the university has the right to require everyone to be vaccinated before returning to campus.
Mhm.
I mean, universities already require you to be vaccinated for measles, mumps, meningitis. My wife, when starting her PhD, realized she was a year behind on her tetanus and had to go get her tetanus. Like, it's a good thing that we don't have giant meningitis outbreaks in dorms. Also, I'm in Oregon, where the first ever outdoor public mask mandate is coming out, because they've basically said, okay, vaccinated people can still catch and transmit the virus. Also, we don't trust any of you to be honest about whether you've been vaccinated. This is Oregon.
Right.
Like, I was passing by like all these billboards, like urging people to get vaccinated. Like hospitals are putting up billboards. I just got back from a road trip today, so I was on the highway for a very long time. And we saw a ton of billboards. One said 97% of our COVID hospitalizations were from unvaccinated people.
That's across the whole United States like that, right?
Yeah, of course. We also saw a billboard that I believe said, "My body, my choice, no forced COVID vaccine," which was bizarre. And then that billboard also said, "Get woke, better walk." It was a billboard for a church, I should probably say.
No.
So, you know,
get woke, better
walk. Like, they didn't want anyone who was woke to be part of their congregation. Also, they didn't want any vaccinated people to be part of their congregation.
Oh, that's fucking lovely, man.
And then we've got people who are like, you got a lot of nurses and shit who are like against the vaccine. And like these people, I don't know if they remember, but like I'm pretty sure or at least most of the nursing programs and medical programs, in order to do your clinical rotations, you have to be vaccinated. For like everything else,
here's
like
the thing.
You have mandatory vaccines for that. So like, what's your problem with the COVID shot? Like, if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be working with COVID patients, like why don't you want to get the shot if you're going to be in the hospital with COVID patients?
Right. There's no such thing as a school that doesn't require shots. If you go into any kind of a school, public school, university, doesn't matter. They're going to require you to have all your shots. This is just another shot. Quit fucking whining about it. You guys going.
It's just going to turn into like.
These are the same people that are like, oh, I'm not going to do it. The FDA hasn't approved it, blah, blah, blah. But they go get their fucking flu shot every year. It's the same fucking thing. It's
this is going to be added on with their flu shot every year.
Get a fucking grip. Yeah, that's how it needs to be. And they're talking about trying to do that.
Yeah,
well, it should be. Just
I figured that's where we're going to be. That every year we're going to need a shot for the new strains that came out.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
If that ends all this shit, then yeah.
All he's gone.
I have been hearing specifically with the Pfizer vaccine.
Hi, honey.
That they've been saying probably starting with September that they were going to start doing booster shots because they've had indication that the Pfizer may become less effective after 6 months.
But that's Pfizer and Moderna. Both of them, they are doing booster shots for here. But Pfizer was the first one cleared for it. And right now, the only thing they're doing right now is people that are beyond 6 months of having their second shot and are immunocompromised, such as organ transplant and people that are on immunocompromising drugs and stuff like that, people that have cancer. I have a gay couple that comes into where and sees our PA. And one of them has cancer. So they went down there and had the paperwork with them, showed them, this is me. I have cancer. I need to get the booster. And his husband is legally his caretaker. So he got the booster too.
Mayo Clinic has reopened all their COVID testing locations.
You kicking yourself out? Did you kick yourself out?
Oh, I have to hop off. My dog is very muddy.
Okay. Bye, honey. See you later.
It was so good to see you all.
Same.
I hope to see you again soon.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, and if you have time, let me know, because I know some people that want some female voiceover voices.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd love to do that. I can send you my shoot me your email over Discord or something, and I'll send you my voice.
Are you on Twitter?
No, but you can find me.
I'll get you on Discord then.
Yeah, get me on Discord. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Bad Astra, all the things. But yeah, I can send you my voice resume.
And real quick before she goes, if anybody does not know Bad Astra and you're interested in some good science shit, go check out her channel for real. And I'll have Ox put your stuff in the chat for them too. Okay?
Thanks.
All right.
I think it's good. I just think it's ridiculous. I have a good time.
Yeah. I enjoy talking to you every time. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Oh man. Yeah, Astra's adamant against the stupid shit out there and literally does like some kind of what is she? Like an astrophysicist or something like that. I don't remember. But she like does all these streams and does like books and blah 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 blah. So she's brilliant. She really is. You guys should go check her out. She has some good stuff.
I'm definitely gonna. We've already talked about doing a collab, but we're gonna have to figure out when that is. But
I think so too, Junie. Yes, I'm sorry.
Definitely getting her on board for some stuff with me.
Yeah, you should. Absolutely.
I'll probably have to go here soon, so I can study a bit more before I go to bed. But
all right, man. Well, whenever you need to go.
All right. Good. I'll might hang out, like lurk in the chat, but I'll see y'all Friday. Because my test is on Friday morning, so I probably won't be on mine tomorrow for my own mental sanity. So
all right. Yeah, no, just stay offline, deal with that stuff, and we'll see you Friday, man.
All right, I'll see you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. What's this idea of study and sleep? I didn't think you were allowed to do both.
You're such a goofball. Study and sleep? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I didn't think you were allowed to do both.
Oh, no. Ben's probably not doing much sleeping right now. Ben's like tired and from the rounds and is stressed out. And
all these crazy ideas about education and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
No, Junie, you're right. And that's why I talked to her and Amy Hogan about it, because they both have very clear, obviously female speaking voices, and that's what this person's looking for a project they're working on. So, I thought that either one of them would be great, and I would throw two up there and let them decide which one they want. So, you can do it and all that fun stuff.
Okay, apparently I've been on the stream too long again.
Why?
Because Sammy is trying to forcibly remove the keyboard from my lap.
Damn it! Pay attention to me. Well, you see what my cat does. He just flops backwards on my chest, and he starts rubbing his face all over my face and swatting at me.
Oh, Sammy jumps up in the chair and just keeps headbutting the keyboard, trying to knock it out of the chair.
My cat will my female cat, when I get into bed, that's her time to like get cuddly, and she wants pet for like 5 or 10 minutes or something. And I'll have my phone, I'll be like playing a game, and she walks between my face and the phone and then looks at me and goes, meow. Like, that's enough of that. You need to pet me now. She literally, and if I move it, she'll walk in front of it again. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that didn't work, so now he's trying to push random keys to disconnect me, and he has knocked me out of my own stream on several occasions. He starts pressing the function keys on the top row, and, weird things happen on the computer then.
Close the tab, yeah. Well, if you disappear, we'll know why. It's okay, folks. We can handle it. Oh, good shit. That's good shit. Thank you, Ox, for doing that. I appreciate it.
I'm pretty certain I'm allergic to cats, but I can't imagine living without them.
Yeah, I mean, I have to take allergy pills every night because of my cats. But just cetirizine, and I'm good. I don't... before I was taking anything, I was, like, snotty all the time. So, But yeah, it's not a bad allergy. It's controlled with just OTC stuff. They're worth it.
Yeah, I'm taking 3 different allergy medicines, and that just kind of keeps me at a functional level, but still got symptoms. Yeah, my throat's always scratchy.
Yeah, mine has been all my life, basically. And when I was younger, it got bad, not because I was a smoker, because I didn't really smoke a lot when I was younger, like up until I was like 22, 23. But it started being gravelly when I was like 17 because of my allergies and my sinus issues.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
And it just never went away.
I've never smoked, and I get this hacking cough that, you'd think I'd been smoking for 30 years.
Right, yeah. No, I've been smoking for 33, so yeah, I know. Actually, fun fact, I get to go on September 16th and go get a lung CT because I've smoked so much in my life that it's covered by insurance because it's a lung cancer risk.
Well, that does sound fun.
What they do is, it's actually interesting. They're like, how many packs of cigarettes do you smoke a day? And I was like, well, like right now or throughout my life? And they're like, throughout your life. I'm like, okay. So I had to go back to when I started. I smoked about a pack a day during this period of my life. And then I became a truck driver and I was smoking 2 packs a day. And then I got done driving truck and I went back down to a pack a day. And now I'm at about 10 to 12 a day. So about a half a pack a day. So she did all the numbers. She's like, yep, you're over 30 packs. And I was like, how did you do that? She literally added up how many packs a day I smoked. And the total number you get off of that throughout your history of smoking is how many packs they base it off of. And then you get sent for the lung CT. So that'll be fun.
Well, half a pack a day would be about 15 packs a month right there.
Well, no, it's just the total number.
Yep.
For each year.
I was wondering about
it's the total number for each year.
I was wondering about that because when I was like, my doc was asking me those questions.
And so
I told her, well, at one point I was smoking 4 packs a day, and she's, oh, you qualify.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay. So it's like this. So during the time I was a truck driver for consistently over the road, I did that for 4.5 years. And during that time period, I smoked 2 packs a day. So for each year, it's 2 packs. That's how they do it. So however many packs a day you smoked for that year, that's how many packs they count. So by the time you go through the whole thing, because I've smoked for 33 years, and because I smoked halves here and then 2s here, the 2s beat out the half and negated it. And it ended up being 32 packs. So, bam, go get a CT and check your lungs. Look for nodules.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not worried about it.
That's one of the scary things about the COVID is that they're finding that even people who never showed any symptoms, that some of them are showing scarring of the heart and lungs from it.
Yeah, it's true. And also on the flip side of that, I have picked up people and taken them for cancer treatments out of their home because they could not ambulate. They're stuck in bed. They're like really, really sick with cancer.
Yeah.
One was mouth. One was throat cancer. The other one was there was esophageal cancer. There was a couple of those. And then there was ones with lung cancer and stomach cancer. Guess what? Almost every single one of them had never smoked or drank a day in their life. Some of them had drank and never smoked. A couple of them had smoked, never drank. And the couple of them that had smoked, one of them had lung cancer. The other one had stomach cancer. And he was like a healthy guy besides smoking. So you never know, man. It's just it's really whether you're susceptible to it or not.
Yeah,
we all have it laying there waiting to be not dormant,
My dad had chewed tobacco for about 50 years, and he managed to fight off 3 different types of cancer before he died.
Wow.
And in the end, he died from Parkinson's. It had nothing to do with the cancer.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, some of that shit's rough, man. My ex brother-in-law, my sister Susan, the one that died of cancer. Her ex-husband died from Lou Gehrig's disease.
Hey,
And
I gotta go. I really don't want to hear about all this death.
Then we won't talk about it.
Yeah, we can change the subject. We don't
we
need
just won't
to
talk about it.
No, that's all right. Keep going.
And by the way, Christian, you look fine. You don't look horrible to be on the camera.
Sorry, hold on. I was muted. What?
Oh, I said you look fine. You don't have to worry about being on the camera.
Oh, it's not that I don't look fine. I don't have anything nice on. I figured.
Do you want a hug?
My camera's over here. I have to go like this. There we go. It's up here. If I look at it, I can
Anyways,
well, you guys
did you miss all the Christ Krispies and everything earlier, Christian?
Yeah, I was upstairs.
Oh, Jenny, where'd she go?
Yeah, well, she was saying she was going to go anyway, so.
Oh, well, I mean, I can always change it. So you guys just have to tell me something that bugged you.
Yeah, I was pretty much done on that subject anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I had nothing else to say about it. It's all good.
But
yeah, it was. Did you look back through the chat and read all that shit they wrote, Christian?
I didn't. I did not.
Dude, we were rolling. Ben and I were rolling. It was fucking hilarious.
I was upstairs doing cardio, and then I had dinner, and then I took a shower. So
cool.
My chat doesn't go far back. That maybe it will in this. Oh boy.
Interesting, Randy. We're not talking about that anymore, though. No, actually, I am gonna go here soon. Divine Disbelief is, well, as far as I know, they're still streaming. You guys go over and check them out. I told Nathaniel I'd send some people over there, and if you guys are still up for listening to some more stuff and probably way better content than I'll ever put out.
I don't think they're live.
They aren't live right now?
No, I don't see them showing up as live anymore.
Oh, okay. We'll hang out a little bit longer then. Okay.
Yeah, I think they were on earlier, but they must have already.
He was trying not to.
Here.
He actually messaged me. It was very nice of him. He messaged me and said, "I don't want to run over your live." And I said, "Dude, I'm just doing an open mic. Do whatever you want." He's like, "Well, I was trying to be, I didn't want to go in at the same time. I was trying to be respectful." And I said, "Well, what time are you going to start?" And he said, like, I think it was like 9:30 Eastern, which would have been 7:30 my time. And I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm right in the middle of the stream then." And I said, "Well, I tell you what," I said, if the conversation dies down, I'll stop and I'll send everybody over.
It's pretty hard not to overlap. That's actually why I originally started that the Midnight Mid-America thing.
Yeah, I remember
because
that.
When I started that up, Thursday at midnight was literally the only time I could find to live stream that there wasn't some other channel I was following that was doing it.
Right. No, it's hard to do that. And that's why, I was kind of playing around back when I started. I figured I was going to, okay, that's it. I'm going to do like a set days every week. And it was like a month or a couple weeks or something after Neil had hopped over to Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I was like, well, that's it. I'm not going to try to fight Neil because all the same people that he hangs out with hang out with me.
Yep.
And I'm like, there's no sense in me even trying it. I know I'm going to lose and I'm okay with it. Like Neil deserves it. I'm good with it. But so I just decided to not even try to be any competition with that and just went opposite of him, which it worked out good, I think.
Yeah, well, you do have to be somewhat aware of that about, how big of a crossover your audience is.
Yeah, one day a week, GE streams the same time I do. And I'm like, fuck. Because I don't have well, I mean, I get you guys that are always here, but I don't get any extra people in those nights. So, yep, it's a fact. If I'm not above 12 in the chat or above 10 or around 12-ish, then I know someone else really awesome is streaming, or it's just a rough night for people. Facts. What are you thinking there, Christian? Can you hear the gears grinding?
No, just theists are irritating me like always.
Oh, I just ignore them.
I was looking off on the other monitor because someone had sent me an email asking to be on their show, and it's very suspect. It's probably Otangelo again.
Oh gosh.
I have like
I told
100
you how I
emails
got
from
rid of him.
motherfucker.
You know how I got rid of him.
Did you block him on everything, or were you nice to
No.
him?
No, I was nice to him and I let him come on, and he said he wanted to come on. I said, we're not talking about religion or atheism right now. Because he came in talking about religion. And I was like, Otangelo, because they were wanting to, Ox and them were going to kick him out because he wouldn't stop. And I said, look, you can hang out. You can come on the panel if you want, but we're not talking about religion tonight. Stick with the subject and go with the flow of the conversation. And if we get there, then we'll get there. And so he kind of BS'd a little bit and then asked to come in, and I brought him in, and we all bullshitted for a little while, and we talked about hobbies and stuff, and then we went off to some other different subject. I don't remember what it was, and he didn't have anything to say. He just sat there and he was quiet, and that was like 10 minutes of that, 20 minutes of conversation. And then he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go. And I was like, all right, well, take care, man. It was nice talking to you. And even Ox said, they were like, oh, he's a pretty nice guy. And I'm like, yeah, you just can't get him talking about religion or atheism, nothing in that. And he's a nice guy. Like, we had a good conversation with him. And then he just hasn't been back since, because I think he came back once after that, actually. But he hasn't came back and mentioned anything religious. He just stopped by one day and said hi to everybody. And then he was there for like 5 minutes. He was gone. I haven't seen him since.
Sometimes that's how you got to treat those sorts of people, really.
Yeah, I'm just nice to him. And then I'm not exciting. They have no reason to be here. And that's why I'll never have 2,000 subs, but I'm okay with it. I'd rather not have the subs than have the drama. So.
Agreed.
Yeah, I never figured I'd have a big channel. I'm not even sure what I would do, if I got up to 10,000 subs, because then you really can't be interacting with the people.
See, I don't ever want to be that big anyways.
Yeah.
I would never want 10,000 too much, like maybe 5 max of 5. I would rather stay around 2 or 3, honestly. Because I see how Neil is at 2.29 or something like that right now. And I see how busy his chat is. And that's almost the max for me. That's almost the max. I would like to see Harmonica Man, you do, unless you've done this, and I'm going to feel like an asshole. I want you to do some history on the harmonica and where it's been in the world and how it was soldiers used it in wartime to, be de-stress and all that stuff. I want you to go in the history of the harmonica, actually. I think that would be very interesting. And then you could play little snippets of things from that era in between each section. And in this time frame, the jailhouse harmonica, blah, 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 blah. And this is the kind of thing they played. And I think that would be amazing. What do you think of that, Christian? Perps?
Yeah. I think it's a riveting concept.
Well, and I know, during World War II, they were including them in the Red Cross care packages, just so that the troops would have some kind of entertainment.
Good point. That's right. Good point.
Actually,
that's a good idea, Randy.
Version of that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
During World War II, the Steinway Company was actually airdropping pianos.
Nice. Steinway was airdropping.
They were
pianos.
airdropping
during which war? I'm sorry.
During World War II, they were airdropping upright pianos and sheet music to the troops.
Is that how Bob Hope got away with flying around everywhere and playing?
Yeah, well, it's you better hope you got somebody who knows how to tune that thing when it lands.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine it would come down very well.
Imagine making content.
Well,
couldn't be me.
The military, you can ask my brother. He's been on one of those planes where they push the tanks and shit out.
Yep.
And they can throw out a fucking huge ass modern day tank and have it land pretty gently. They can do that with a piano.
Well, yeah, in the modern day, yes, but the parachutes in the 1940s were not quite up to the same standard.
Yeah, well, I can't argue with that. But a lot of troops survive using those chutes, So, my brother Walt's done all kinds of jumps out of planes. And when he went to paratrooper school, my mother said, I'm not quite sure why you would want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane, but okay, son, if that's what you want to do. They had to stop. The guys catching them kept getting hurt. Okay, there you go. There you go, Ox. That explains it. Oh, I could never message everybody, Junie. I don't even know how many. Honestly, I have no clue how many followers I have on Twitter. I just have no idea. I've never even.
Yeah.
Let me look. I've never looked.
I was actually surprised one time when I looked at that because I didn't think I had that many.
338 B.
I have 338.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck are those people? I put nothing on Twitter. I just use it for DMs. Why are people following me on Twitter? It must be because of Critical Cripple and like Math Pig and Neil and shit. That's got to be what it is. Because I don't even know
My first Twitter
why.
had more followers. This one is new, so.
How many do you have?
20.
Oh, that's right.
This
That's
like
right.
really
You killed. Well, how many did you have on your old one?
it was probably close to 1,000.
Wow. See, I don't even know why I'd even have 300. I don't even know why I have
There's a lot
500
of
some odd
people.
followers on YouTube. I don't even understand it.
I got a big bump after I did my my interview with why am I forgetting his name? Thomas Westbrook.
Oh yeah, Holy Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh, Holy Kool-Aid. Okay.
After I interviewed Thomas, and then I interviewed Godless Engineer. Those were the two that on my podcast. Those were the two that really jumped it.
Touche. While we're talking about military stuff, my brother Richard, he was married, and this woman had kids, and he adopted them and everything, and so they all, when they got married, and they had his last name and everything, and he helped her raise them. They were, I think, 3 and 6 when they met. And then by the time they get divorced, the kids were like 19 and 16 or something. Anyways, so one of them is a boy, and his name is Chris. And Chris went into the Army, and he is a tank sergeant, and he's stationed in Germany. So I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool shit. I mean, I don't know what he's done with. He's been deployed because of what's going on over there that we're not talking about. But, yeah, got a lot of military people in the family. It's pretty much tradition. A couple of smart people went to college, and the rest of us dumbasses joined the military. No, actually, it had nothing to do with that. It was lack of money. That's why every single one of us joined the military.
Yeah,
what are you laughing at? If you're gonna laugh on my stream, you got to share it, buddy. I want to laugh too.
I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I was looking at who's the person who tweeted this. It was
Twitter's
someone
like a thirst
named NSFW Conservative Memes, and it showed someone freaking out over critical race theory being taught in schools. And then someone asked in the cartoon, they're like, "What is critical race theory?" And then the guy goes, "I don't know, but I don't like it." It's a meme from an old
That's
cartoon.
the point.
Yeah.
That's
I just thought that
great.
was funny.
I don't know, but I don't like it. That's great. I'm sorry, Purple. I interrupted you. I apologize. What were you gonna say?
No, I don't even remember what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, maybe it'll come back to you. I don't. We were talking military shit.
Yeah, just
nice,
that I knew I
Julie.
could never survive military training, so.
Yeah, it's definitely a different mindset.
Yeah,
Then
I
what
knew I
you-
couldn't
even-
survive military training, and I couldn't afford college, so all I got was a year at a tech school.
The funny thing, well, that's what I ended up doing anyways. So, I mean, I did like 3 months at a tech school. Anyways, so the thing about the military that people don't understand, and everybody kind of knows this, but they don't really think about it. They think, oh, I've watched all this stuff. I've watched documentaries. I've watched movies. I understand what the military is like. And that's fine. Everybody has an idea of it. Until you like are lined up and the drill sergeants are yelling at you, you don't know what the military's like. Because I thought I knew. I was like, oh yeah, I mean, my family's been in the military. I've heard all this stuff. I've seen all this stuff. I've read stuff historically. I understand. No, I was wrong. I did not get it. It's a whole different ball of wax. But I'm going to tell you, by the time I was in for, I went through basic and AIT. That was 4 months straight. And then when I was done with that, it was probably about 6 or 8 months later. I was like, this is awesome. This is awesome. It's like a big, huge extended family, and there's stability, and there's like structure in your life. And a lot of us humans do good with structure. And that's why some people, like, every day they get up and they do yoga on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they go running on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they do that every single day. It's just structure in your day. Everybody needs it. And so some people thrive off of it and are just do very well in the military. And a lot of those people that need that structure so badly, that are in the military and thriving, when they get out, they are a fucking mess because they have no structure. They're hurt or they're retired or whatever, and they have no structure in their lives, and it fucks their lives up. They can't handle it. And they lost, like, their family. It's like a death in the family. But like all of your family, you just lost everybody, you know. So yeah, it's better these days because you can communicate with each other like online and shit. But you know, it wasn't always like that. These veterans couldn't like pick up a phone and dial the operator and just find their buddy. You know, like you know how hard that was back in the day. It's not easy. You'd have to call every single city and ask to look up that person's name, and then you'd have to know some more information about him if they had like a name like Smith. So good luck finding that shit. I clearly remember, and I know Purple remembers, I clearly remember digging through the phone book looking for stuff. And if it was like a good restaurant or something that you learned you liked, you'd draw a big circle around it in the phone book so you could find it easier, and then you dog-ear the page. Right, Perps?
Yep.
That's how you do it. Or underline it if you don't want to mess up the rest of the page.
Well, you know, that's why I had never been worried about being doxxed before. Because back when they printed phone books, yeah, my real name took up 6 pages in the Minneapolis phone book.
Jones. Doesn't matter. It's any of them.
Yeah.
It could be, there's also like Campbell's. There's a lot of Campbell's out there. Oh my God, there's so many.
Well, I had often
Martin
said that it actually
a common
meant
name too.
I had often said that it was actually Scandinavian for easily lost in the phone book.
That's fucking
any place
great.
you got a good, you know, Scandinavian, Swedish, Norwegian population, you won't find me.
Randy said, "I'll be right back. I gotta get some Pentecostal pretzels and cheese." Oh, love you, dude.
Yeah, I also have the Scandinavian camouflage that, you know, during the winter I completely lose all my color. So if I stand in front of a snowbank, you won't notice me.
Shut up, Perps. Even Boo wasn't that fucking white. You know what I mean, right? Boo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my fiance's best friend used to call me Saltine because she said I was the whitest cracker she ever knew.
And I just want to say, I'm usually not very good with like book references and stuff, but that one just was right there. It was like low hanging fruit. What was I going to say? I don't even read a lot of books. When I was younger, I used to read books. Now I just don't have the capacity for it. I like audiobooks though. I'll turn an audiobook on. I think you and I were talking about that, Purple. Just go out to the shop, put music in your ears, and just work on shit.
Yeah, well, I was saying that I was trying to find some headphones that I could actually hear it over the power saw.
Well, you know what you could do is get you one of those GoFundMe things going and get some of the Bose noise canceling.
Yeah,
Let me tell you how good those work.
Oh, have you found some that actually work well? Because, you know, I've looked at a lot, I've read a lot of reviews, and any of them that I've found, you know, only seem to be rated for canceling about 25, 30 decibels.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean, that doesn't even get up to the level of a drill press, let alone a circular saw.
My buddy had a pair of Bose back when they first came out with those like $200 ones, and everybody was like, fuck, because it was like, this was like in 2009. Yeah, I think it was 2008, 2009. and he bought those, and we had gone to we went to Costa Rica, and he wore them on the plane, and we were on one of those big fucking jumbo jet planes, and so the center aisle was like 5 or 6 feet seats across, and I was sitting behind him, and it was half empty, so we just all like everybody just separated and had their own room and shit, and nobody said anything. Like the stewardesses didn't say shit about it, and then so he's asleep. Or no, he's leaning his head back, and I wanted to say something because he was like, dude, I'm going to sleep. I'm fucking tired. I was like, me too. And I was like, oh, hey, Dean. I'm like this far from his ear at this point. Dean! And then I tapped him on the shoulder, and he went, oh, were you saying something to me? Like, yep. He could not fucking hear me. I know I was way over 60 decibels. I was probably close to 80 because people were looking at me like, what the fuck? Yeah. But I didn't want to like poke him because some people have like PTSD and shit, and you poke him and it freaks him out.
Yep.
So I was trying to call his name gently, go louder in case he was sleeping. He was wide awake, but he just has the head leaning back.
I did love having audiobooks in the car when I had to drive a lot.
Yeah, no, well, that's what started me on audiobooks, Purple, was being a truck driver. I was getting so bored, I had nothing for my brain to do. It was like counting fucking dotted lines all night. And I used to start driving at like 2 o'clock in the morning, depending on where I was, to the next city. So I would leave in time so I could miss the rush hours.
Yep.
So sometimes I'd start driving at 1 a.m. Sometimes I'd start driving at 4 a.m. But it was always dark out and at night and everything. And it was just boring. It was just fucking boring after a couple years. I drove up and down I-80 so many times. Like my friends, if they needed a truck stop and they were running out of hours and they couldn't find one, they'd tell me where they were, and I would tell them either a place to park that was safe and legal or where the closest truck stop was and what exit numbers most of them were. Like I drove up and down that road a lot. So I was bored out of my fucking mind. So my ex was like, hey, I'm really getting into this audiobook thing. And I was like, really? And she said, yeah, you can go on to this. It's called Overdrive Media Console. Has anybody heard of that?
No, not that one.
Okay, so check this out. This is great. And it's free. You download Overdrive Media Console. You go into your public library. You get a library card. You use your library card. You rent free fucking audiobooks from online from that library. It's the coolest fucking thing. And it's absolutely free. And you get them for 21 days at a time. You can only rent out like 2 at a time or something like that.
Yep, just did a Google search on it, so I see it. I
had that on my phone, and I would just plug my phone in to charge it. And I had the truck I was in had a what did it have, like a CD player or tape player or something. I got the adapter and stuck that fucking bitch in there, and played it off my phone through the fucking speakers until I got a newer truck that had the plug-in thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but I listened to, in the first year I did that, because I started in the middle of one year, and then the next year I listened just that 1 year. It was like 2011, I think, or 2010, I don't remember. Anyways, maybe 2009. That whole year I listened to 103 audiobooks in that 1 year. Driving truck.
Yeah, the website is just overdrive.com.
There you go, everybody. Overdrive.com. And it has like that O with the blue background, I think. Is that right, Purple?
Yeah, this one, it's just got the name up on top, but yeah, it says, right in the first page, enjoy free audiobooks through your local library or school.
There you go. So overdrive.com. Yeah, so she told me about that. I was addicted to it. I was always fucking downloading, grabbing books and downloading them and shit and listening to them off the Overdrive.
I think I'm going to head off here, B.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I'm
getting a little tired.
Okay, good night.
Night, buddy.
Yeah, well, some jobs I was doing, like roofing, I could listen to the audiobooks because if the air compressor's down on the ground, the nailer itself didn't make that much noise. So a good set of earmuffs could keep that out.
So what I would suggest is this. I would suggest getting the big, like you were just talking about, earmuffs. Get those, and then get the little wireless headphones.
Yeah.
Put them in your ears. They'll block a lot of the sound out. And then the muffs over top, and I guarantee you can cut with saws and everything and listen to stuff. And you can get a nice set of those. You go to, I went to Best Buy, so look up on Best Buy, and they have like last year's models if you dig for them, and they're on sale and stuff. And I got a set of J Labs for $50, and the previous year they were $80. Or almost 100 or something like that.
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff that way. Actually, one useful trick I found shopping on Amazon.
Yeah.
You know, is that you'll see the stuff listed, and then there'll be a link there that'll say something like, you know, available from other sellers, you know, used starting at whatever. If you click that, often the first one up, the location will say Amazon warehouse.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at whatever they're selling it for used, a lot of times what they have there is not actually used. It's just stuff that, like, the box got damaged, so they can't sell it as new.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know,
I remember seeing
you'll
shit
get
like
the
that
brand
when I
new
worked at
items. It'll
Amazon.
just be in a ripped package that's been taped up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's just like damaged packaging, not damaged product.
Yeah, and I got a whole bunch of stuff for like 30 to 50% off that way.
Really? That's great. I'll have to check that out. I'm actually looking for, I'm gonna get rid of this TV and try to sell it for whatever it costs me to get 2 monitors. And I'm probably gonna get like 19.5 inch, 20 inch or something like that, and put 2 monitors right here. And that way I can lower them down, and I'm gonna connect them to the entertainment center, get those arms, and then I can bring them down in front of me, and I don't have to do this to see shit with my fucking bifocals. I feel like everybody's looking at my fucking nose if I go to read something.
Yeah, well,
I'll have 3 screens that way.
Yeah, I've got my computer hooked up to a 50-inch TV, and when I get the new computer together, I went with the motherboard that has, because it's got 3 monitor outputs for it. So I'm going to have the 50-inch being the main one, and I've actually got 2 32-inch flat screens that I'm going to put one angled up above it, and then I'm going to put one off to the side, you know, turn 90 degrees, so I've got the long way for text.
Yeah. Okay, nice. And you can put that, like, to pop out over there for the chat, and
well,
like that.
Especially, like, you know, when I get back to making edited videos, that I can have my script there and I can have a full page up at one time.
Right. Marie, to answer your question for me, I'll let Purple answer too. My favorite audiobook series was the Kay Scarpetta series by Patricia Cornwell. She has probably like 20 of those books. They're a really good series. They're crime and medical mixed. Good backstories, good character stories for each character. They're all extremely different from each other and have their little nuances that you learn throughout the series. I don't know how the fuck she writes those, because she's so fucking consistent. But the thing I like about her the most is this: everything she puts in her books is something that's been scientifically written somewhere. She researches it. If she wants to talk about it, she researches it and uses the actual scientific information in her books. So, like, she'll talk about somebody having a disease, and it's a rare disease, and it's an actual rare disease. And she describes that character as having those literal symptoms of that disease. So I appreciate her for that. She's well researched, but really good. And Kay Scarpetta, the main character, is a coroner. And she's an investigator, because coroners have to investigate shit and go out to the crime scenes and blah, blah, blah. So she does that herself, and she's becomes like the head coroner for the state of Virginia or something. And I used to live in Virginia, so I thought that was cool. But it's just a really good series. It's a very strong woman type of series. If you want something that, like, the women are doing as good as the men, if not better, but not demeaning the men at the same time, you'll want to watch that or want to listen to those or read them. They're really good. What do you say, Purple? What's your favorite type of audiobook go-to?
Yeah, generally science fiction.
Okay.
You know, I do like things that get closer to the hard science, like you say, ones that it shows they actually did the research, whereas a lot of them, border more on fantasy, that they're pretty much just making up technology with, no factual basis for it.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's actually what I'm working on now, but the novel I'm doing is trying to do a science fiction book that's based in the universe as we understand it, starting with the idea that there may be some alien races who have developed ships that can travel close to the speed of light, but no one can go faster than light.
Right. Right.
So,
yes,
it still takes you a couple of decades to get between solar systems.
Yeah.
That's brought some interesting challenges in itself, because it's like there's time lags and everything that people don't think of.
Yeah.
Like when a spaceship blows up in the orbit of Saturn, it's like 20 minutes before people on Earth are aware of it.
Right. Yeah, because the light has to get to us.
Yeah.
The explosion has to reach us so we can actually see it with like a naked eye kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Harmonica, man, the audiobooks are great because you can, like, if you like doing like crafts and stuff, or if you like Purple and I enjoy woodworking, and we'll just sit there and, I love to listen to audiobooks and stuff when I'm doing stuff. Like if I'm working on a car, I turn an audiobook on. If I got a project to do and it's tedious and they won't distract me, I turn an audiobook on. And I'm probably, because I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm ADD. I've never been diagnosed with it, but so with that being said, it's hard for me to just do one thing. So then I will go to too many things and then I get distracted. And so I'll start like working in circles. So if I get high and then listen to like an audiobook or some really good music that I can sing to or something, that kind of keeps that part of my brain busy. So this part of my brain can do what it needs to do and I can concentrate on what I'm doing.
Yeah, for me, it's like when I'm doing things that are especially repetitive tasks, but anything that's like my hands are busy, but I don't really have to pay attention to it, which gets into a lot of construction, that it's like, you put the first piece up and then it's, okay, do that same thing 36 more times. Right.
Yeah.
So then it's like, yeah, my brain's not doing anything. So if I don't give it something to do, it'll come up with things.
Right. Right.
That's actually where a lot of my writing comes from. And a lot of the novel I'm working on now is while I was doing landscaping,
Right.
It's like, once I know each of the sites we're going to go to and it's the same pattern each time. So then it's like, yeah, I'm walking around, but my brain's not doing anything. So it's like the characters start narrating stories to me. I don't think I'm really in control of it. It's like once the characters are established, I'm just writing down what they dictate.
Right, because you're literally letting your imagination run wild. Just letting whatever comes out come out. And I think that's the key to writing, is to not think about it too much. And if you're skilled in writing, then it will just flow out of you. I had started a book last year about my family, and it's going to be written as a fiction. But it's true stories about things that happened in my family's lives, from the one side coming from Italy over and immigrating to the United States and becoming citizens and meeting each other and falling in love and having all these kids. And now here I am because they were my great grandparents, to like my dad's side, where his family came over way earlier and went from the Northeast over to and were there when Chicago was established. And that his family was just pretty much always from there, and that's been for I don't know how long. And then to make it all into a story about the present, and I'm doing like I'm not sure if I want to do like the flashback thing or I want to tell it in chronological order yet. So I started writing it the older stuff in chronological order. And I think I'm going to do flashback to that time and then come back to the present, but I'm going to do a big flashback. So you almost get to the point that you forget it's a flashback.
Yep.
And then jump into present day again and what's going on. And the whole present day will be one day. It's going to be one very life-changing day. So you won't know what that is until you get to the end. And then by the time you get to the end, you'll understand all the characters and all the people and how they are, why they are who they are today, kind of thing. And you'll understand them as people, and then you'll get the final big thing at the end.
Yep. Yeah, I was just seeing what Ox put in the side chat. You can get Penthouse Forum on audiobooks now.
I saw that, but we were talking about something serious, so I ignored him for a minute. I don't doubt that, Ox. You can get anything anywhere these days, so yeah. Pretty sure you can. Well, anyways, Perps, I'm tired, and I haven't eaten dinner yet, and I need to get to bed, so I'm going to jump off here.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in, and I appreciate the good conversation. Always with you. Everybody else that's gone that was on the panel, thank you so much. In case you watch this later or are still lurking, I love you guys and appreciate you all. Everybody in the chat, I always appreciate you and the support you guys give me and getting my back and shit and showing up all the time. So thank you for that too. As I always say, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and have some peace in your lives.